all right. Let's get her started. Oh, fuck. Yo, yo, anybody around? I need to get that mic check. I'm changing the setup here. Hello, hello, hello. I think we're working. There we go. Hey, man. How am I doing, Wonka? Sound all right? I'm switching back to the old system, so yeah, mic is good. Okay, good. How do I say that? Pip-o-yoon. Pip-o-yoon. I wonder if that's off of Pips. FX Trader. All right, I think I've got to solve the mic problem. So going old school today. Give it another minute. Oh God, sometimes I. Eco. Yeah. The mic is fuck. I gotta. It's really embarrassing. Apparently, I switched to that lavalier mic, and so it shows up on OBS as one of my mic choices. So the entire time, you guys all know I had this just horrific issue with allergies. I'm thinking I'm muting the mic, and I'm just hacking, coughing. Apparently, it wasn't muting. So I'm back to my old system where I know because I can see that it turns off. So I'm back to the old. I'm off the camera. I don't mind being on the camera. Really, to tell you the truth, it almost makes no difference to me. But I've got to sort out the mic thing so I can officially mute. Could you take a look at Pepe? Hang on. Getting a few late entrants. Okay, we'll get started. What is it? I usually wait till. I'll give them one more minute. One more minute. Oh, we're shit. We got kind of a small group here to get it started. All right. I know most people watch it after the fact. Let's see. First up, I've got. It feels a little bit like I've got. We've got a lot of new members this week. I think we did a little promoting and Black Friday, yada yada, right? As everybody does. But I think it's a combination of some more attractive pricing, and then of course people feeling like perhaps we have a crypto bull on our hands. So and that may have something to do with why we're seeing such a jump in membership. It's just great to see, right? It's new blood, new enthusiasm, new people excited about the potential and looking to learn. Okay, we have 35. Yeah, we are. Okay, so let's. Oh shit! Hang on a second. We're disclaim. Okay, so there we go. All right. Actually, I kind of like being on camera because I can be a little bit more expressive. But until I get this sorted out, okay. So I'm about to mute. So I'm going to say 3, 2, 1, go. When I say go, tell me if you hear this. 3, 2, 1. Did you hear the go? I'm thinking not. As long as you didn't, then okay, good. All right, good. All right, let's get her started. Okay, so this is a new member. Shit, hang on. And his handle is BDR. And it feels like he might be a little bit over his skis here, as in he's a little bit nervous about this. And perhaps, he's gone aggressively here. I know that feeling where, you kind of need one to go. I could be misreading it, but he seems like he's enthusiastic about getting a read on this coin. So this is, I don't know. API3, I don't know anything about what they do. Zero. So, it's always the case with crypto, right? Is there a valid use case, right? Or are we just, trading meme coins? I don't know, right? But I can look at this technically. I mean, the first two from BDR, they almost draw themselves, right? So the only point I'm making here is like this has been realized here, right? So, oh shit, here, let's blow this up a little. Here, let me take that off, right? Okay, so it would appear we've got, now first, I want to give credit here. When I first pulled this up, I pulled it up on Binance. I didn't notice that I had the perpetual contract. And one of my guys, Trader KDI, spotted it, and he was like, hey, man, you don't have enough history there, because I wasn't on the spot. So here I am on the spot, and then he fed me his count, and I liked it, so we'll just go with that, right? I mean, these guys, I reach out to these guys often. I mean, very often, just for backup, it's like, this is what I see. You guys concur, because these guys are so good, right? So it would be stupid to just assume like, oh, well, fuck, I know everything, right? So, which of course is never what I want to imply. So I do that, and I mention it partly because that's the huge benefit, right, of this team we have here, with me included, right? We got six people here to help you, right? And the thing I just try to stress, particularly to new members, since we have a lot of new members, is if you want to get max value from your membership, you got to participate. You got to post. You got to ask. You got to be willing to put something up that you think like, shit, am I stupid for posting that? There's no TA shaming here. Nobody's gonna tease you about, oh, you fucking moron, that can't be the third. It's that, there is none of that, right? This is all here to support each other and try and find the best results. And so I just make a point of mentioning that because I do it all the time, and I've been doing this for 30 years. So don't feel like, oh shit, until I master this, right? I'm not going to post, right? The point is to post while you're learning, right? That's kind of the key to it. All right, let's see if we go to log scale here. Does this improve a little bit? Well, we open it up a little bit. So you see the count here, and this is as he sent it to me. 1, 2. Looks like we've got to go 3, 4, 5. The question is, I mean, this is a little shaky here. You got to go into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It works 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So you've got this finish here. It kind of looks like a 5, but you'd have to do it as a 3, 4, 5, right? So you can kind of squeeze it. You almost have to go with, and it's often the case with Elliott, you got to go with the implied swing structure, right? Because you can't expect it to be perfect at every turn, every swing, every read. You can't expect that, right? It's just not reasonable. Now, note here when we go to log scale that we get a little wick through here, but look at this. Right now we're going second chart. Now see, of course, if I take it out of log scale, right, we've got the same thing happening here. We hit the 50, pardon me, the golden zone, then we hit the 50. Now we're clearing the target. But see, do you see how, this is, as I always tell you, this is how you know it's an algorithm, not this, right? The 50%, big fucking deal. But it's with the reaction at the algo targets is where you go, oh, algo for sure. All right, so let's stay here in log scale where we've got it open. Oh, shit, I'm in arithmetic. Let's stay arithmetic. Okay, so with this now realized, now that's not to say that we couldn't roll over again because remember, the algo, it didn't go, oh, well, I got my target, right, so I'm out of here. No, it's always here, right? And if it broke here, we got to go back one, right? How are we doing here? So what's the point of doing that? Because when the market is doing this, right, when it starts to go, what's the question on your mind? Oh, fuck, where's it going to go? What is it going to run into? What is pivots, liquidity, algo? So what happened here? Right, we can see what happened here, right? I mean, my point being, don't forget, it just because we hit this one, it didn't leave town. It's still in the market, right? It's always in the market. Always. So I don't care what you're looking at. Unless you're at new all-time highs, you always have to factor that in, right? You have to be aware of where it is. I'm not saying it's not going to break. It's of course, never what I'm saying. It's the reaction. About as high a probability as a set of median lines. You're going to get a reaction there because there's software sitting there that's written to react. Now, that doesn't mean that this can't break. It doesn't mean we're guaranteed to be going to the target, but you have to know where that is. Or you'll buy, I guarantee you somebody bought that thinking, oh, we're off to the moon. They had no fucking idea, none, zero idea that they're in a golden zone. None. They don't know. How'd that trade work out? I mean, you simply have to know where they are. Or as I've often used this analogy, it's like walking through a minefield with blinders on. You might get lucky. You might step on something. Whoever bought this here stepped on something. Now, again, it's not like I'm trying to show you that, oh, look at all the cool chart magic. It's, again, would you want to long there? I think not. Okay, so let's go over this now. So if we can come off of the double down here, which would be a beautiful, and it is about as tight as it can be. All right, we are barely squeaking by with that. Let's get you right on that pivot. Barely squeaking by without an overlap there, right? Because of all the Elliott Wave rules, right? I'll bend just about everything except that, right? No two can go past the beginning of one. Which, you see, that's, to me, that's valuable information. If I know for a fact that can go one tick from it and it will invalidate, and the fact that it doesn't, seriously, right? Do you think there are stops down there? Yet they can't get them? I mean, just remarkable, right? If I was sitting in that trade, I'm guaranteeing to you, I'd been sitting there going, oh, they're going to get those. It's absolutely remarkable that they don't, right? And if you were long there with a stop one tick under that, boy, did you get lucky, right? I mean, or maybe you did, maybe you didn't, but that is, the market is screaming at you lows. It's just astonishing to me that doesn't get swept, right? But it doesn't, right? So, look what comes off of it, right? So from, what are we at there? 82 cents to just almost a straight line to a $1.36, right? So, I mean, these are things you got to pay attention to that. Remarkable that we don't sweep it. So we have okay, what are we going to have? ABC, 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 golden zone. What are we going to do here? Well, so we know, all right, I'm going to do it from the actual pivot. In a diag, right, if you're applying Elliott Wave, we want to look for the 4. The ideal spot is at the 50, right? But if it's going to be between the 50 and the golden zone, okay, so be it, right? I know software is reacting there. Yeah, I don't have to wonder. Oh, I wonder if the algo will fire there. I wonder if the algo will fire. You don't have to ask yourself that, right? You know it will. But again, that doesn't mean that it can't break. It's just you're going to get a reaction. Okay, so let's get this out of here. Okay, so what do we have here? Right, we've got a candidate, nothing more. It's a candidate for a leading diag, right? This could be an ABC. We roll over here and we have to recount this. But right now, that looks promising. Now, and you have the phenomenon of, okay, well, the rising tide syndrome. Okay, well, fuck, if Bitcoin's going and it's going to pull everything with it, and we're going to have a true crypto bull. Well, again, with zero insight into what they do or why they exist or what their use case is, looks like they're coming along for the ride. As are many, many alts. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, well, this has got to go pretty big here. This is not optional. If this is going to be the count, okay, we might be able to squeeze it in there, right? You might have to come back down here. You might. Right? There's 200 sitting right there. But this is not optional, right? This must come. Must come. It has to at least be longer than the third, right? So I have. You see, this is one of the things that. The whole fucking the whole TA universe is all just SMC and ICT. I'm aware of that, right? And I'm building it into our course content, right? So we can't ignore that. But again, there is nothing in. So if you're an ICT, what are you doing? Your target is that swing, right? Or this pivot, right? One of these two for liquidity, right? Internal going external. But here, I've got an additional advantage over the ICT trader, right? Which is, that's not my point, really. It's not that they're not good, that it's not valid technical analysis. It's that as an Elliottician, using that in conjunction with this, I get an extra benefit here. I have extra insight here because I know if this is going to play as a leading diag, this leg has to be longer than this leg. It's not optional. So if I measure that out, if this is my 2 and I'm going into my 3 and we don't know yet now if that's the 4, but minimum, I got to get up to 100%. It's got to be longer than this third, which now, look, well, that's kind of interesting. Well, guess where's the external liquidity right here? Just like this was down here. Intermediate, right? We could easily see this sweep here, right? Possible, right? If this is going to be an ABC, what are we looking for here? That's the other figure, right? This got to be an impulse. If this is going to come down again, if it's going to go ABC, we don't know. Could be. Shit, let's go to a 4-hour there. Oh, let's see here. Well, that's ugly. I don't think you got it there. So it looks like you'd have to go one. Nah, you can't do it. That's a new high here. Are we corrective there? It's not impulsive, so it would have to be corrective. So this kind of remains to be seen. I don't have an impulse here. Well, let's get this out of here. I don't have an impulse here. I might have another diag coming out of here, but it looks more to me like I've got some sort of an A. This could be. When it's ugly like that, I'll often go to a line, say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C. Looks like this could roll over again. Let's go back to a candle. All right, so if for that as a contender, right? So again, I'm just using the tools, right? It's everything we teach, right? So I'm still in arithmetic. Okay, we're at a 50. I can clearly see I've got equal highs up here. Okay. Was this the little sweep of these, right? Do we still have more here? We do, and we have a fair value gap there. So if this is going to be A, B, C, and we're going to come down here, okay, well, coming out of there, it's not optional. I have to have an impulse, because if this is going to be the 4, pardon me. If this is going to be A, B, C, and this is going to be the 4, so this would be A, B, C of the 4, and now I got to have an A, B, C coming out of here. Depends where the 4 is, right? We could do it here if this is going to be A, B, C. It's too, can't tell yet, right? Oh, let's go to an 8. See how we look on an 8. Doesn't look like that's done. It looks like it wants to come down one more time, right? But you know, how would we know for sure? Well, if we come up a little higher, we break that golden zone, then we're going to break the sell side resistance. That could be it. We could do A, B, C. It's not great. But then look, if you start to compare the two, if this is the A, B, C here, right, it's pretty skinny and very sharp. So if we just take this over here and go, pretty close, but equally sharp. I actually, tell you the truth, I would prefer it down here myself, for what that's worth. Okay, let's pull back out, because we've got the PDA, the premium discount array here. All right, so here's, right, as we all, we'll borrow a little SMC. Why not, right? So premium discount. Well, we're coming out of the discount. Oh, we didn't quite get to premium. A little wick came over, right? So if you're looking to be a buyer, well, anywhere in the discount, right? That's your objective, to buy it on sale and sell it at retail. It looks, see, that's such a clear 3 that looks to be like we got this. Oh, but let's do this a bit. Let's make it easier. That's yeah, I want that. Now remember, right? It wouldn't finish like that. It would have to finish as an ABC, right? So if we've got to stay consistent, so it'd have to finish like that. A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, remains to be seen. But at least here we look. Oh God, could it get any better? Like that. Now, see, here's the trader's conundrum, right? We all deal with this. Oh fuck, let's do the whole thing. You don't know, right? There's no way. Are we rolling over? See, the challenge you have here, right? And I completely, we all live this, right? You're thinking, oh shit, I don't want to miss it. I don't want to miss it if it goes. It's in the discount. I could buy it here. Well, that's not unreasonable. You might think, okay, I could buy it here. If we come down to the golden zone here, I could average down. So if you were going to take a nibble here, do it anticipating you might be adding lower, right? You'd be averaging down. Now, some people tell you not to do that. I think if you, I don't think it's that black and white. If you're going to average down, you can't. My suggestion is you don't need to be black and white about, oh, I would never average down. I never add to a loser. If you take the total amount of capital that you're willing to risk, now, well, you could put the whole wad on here and say, oh, well, I'm not going to add because now I'm underwater. I'm adding to a loser. Or you could put 20, 25% of it here. And if it comes down here, another maybe 30% here, 30% here, 30% here. Now you've got an average price, which is going to be right at the 50. Did you add to a loser? Yes. But ultimately, you ended up with a position here with a price point here that would seem reasonable. If it's going to come lower, well, where's the obvious target, right? The POC. remember, I'm drawing the volume profile from the swing to the hard right edge. So we know where the size is here. But any of these high volume nuggets here, and now we're right back in the value area. If we come down here, yeah, I want that right now, but I don't want to just buy the pivot, right? I want to see the reaction. Give me just it's just such a simple little thing. Don't try and buy the turn. You never, ever, ever, ever need to buy the turn. I see so many people say, oh, I thought I had it here. I was going to try. Because what's the thinking? Oh, if I buy the turn, my risk is the smallest. Yes, but okay, for a very seasoned trader, okay, maybe. But if it does this, right, how many times are you going to be willing to go? Right, how many? Right, we just went down to the POC and now we're at the target. Can you go 1, 2, 3, 4 times in a row and still go? Most can't do it. Right? It's too psychological. Like, oh, fuck, I just lost money. Oh, fuck, I lost money again. Oh, 3 losers in a row? Well, guess what I have here? Now 3 drives, right? When will it go? I can almost fucking guarantee you. That's the time when you're like, up. And other traders of size, as well as the algorithms here, because you'd have no pivot here that was taken out, so you couldn't confirm any of these lows because you don't have any inducement above. Right? That's the one that goes when you're like, oh, fuck it. See, and it all comes back to, if you had just waited here, right, for this. Oh, fuck, I'm not going to be able to do that. If you just wait for it to come down here and get the reaction, okay, well, now I know I've got a reaction here. So if it breaks this, well, my count is off. Now, the 4, right, let's be reasonable. Technically, the 4 could come that low. But that's not a trade you'd want, right? Would you want that too, right? Talk about a tough trade to take. But where's the better trade there? Oh shit! Here, let's take this one. Where's the better trade? Right here, right? Stop under the low, right? And you say, oh fuck, they're gonna get that. Of course, are they? Did they? If your stop's here, you're still long, right? You got a nice little trade on your hand. Come down here, you wait. Don't buy the turn. Get the reaction. Now my stop is right here and my risk is reasonable. If it blows through, which certainly is possible, well, you got to reevaluate. What's going on here? WXY? Okay, if that's what we get down here, then what's the next thing? Oh, WXY, I got it. And again, impatience, right? We want it now, right? That's the number one killer of traders. Impatience, right? And you have a loser, you have a little drawdown. Now what happens, right? Now this is it's just human behavior, right? So I'm not saying I haven't done it, that anyone on my team has done. We've all done it, right? It's just part of the learning process. Because when you're impatient, you start to overtrade, right? Oh fuck, I got to get well on this one. So let's go a little bit bigger. I feel good about this one. Well, what did you do, right? So the first thing you did was you violated your trading plan. Now you're over trading, right? So if you're doing that, then what happens, right? Now you're like, oh man, I need this one, right? And when you need a trade, I can almost guarantee you it won't happen. And if it does, again, as you've heard me say many times, you reinforced a bad habit, and you're going to do it again and again and again until you learn, right? Until you just stop doing it, right? I mean, I'm at the point after this many years, I just don't do it. Because I've done it so many times, right? Which we're back to what's the whole point of Trade Devils, right? Which was to, for me to pass on some of the experience that was passed on to me. By the way, as I will often mention, pretty much everything I teach was all taught to me. Just paying it forward, right? Now add in, my own experience, right? And things that I've seen and things that I've, recognized that I look for. But again, it's not about, oh, well, fuck, if you didn't invent it, but I didn't invent Elliott Wave or fib relationships or measured moves or volume profile. You don't have to have, if I don't have an original idea, well, you can't be trading that. Be silly. Okay, so moving on. Let's see what we got here, right? This is just a hurry up and wait to see if we can come out of this consolidation. Let's get this out of here. I mean, the other thing you can say here, right, is I think we could all pretty much agree. This is all of the ingredients are here for accumulation. If I fill this in, accumulate, break, retest, break, retest. What are we retesting? Golden zone and a 200 and the God MA. Okay. that's not the launch I wanted, right? Which is why I think the 4 might be down here. Okay, let me keep moving on. Shit, I get on a, fuck, I can spend an hour on one chart. I think, where's my friend? Here, BDR. For some reason, that's making me think of the serial killer. What, God damn, what was it? There was a serial killer who went by 3 hands. Anyway, God, where's my head? Anyway, okay, so let me go off of that and let's get to his other one, which is Link, which is just a beaut. Just again, like these are the market will often draw the trade for you, right? I mean, is there any question about what's just happened down here? Did I have to do anything there? No. I mean, what a great example. Accumulate. Holy shit, that's a lot of accumulation. When did we start accumulating? Well, really, you could take it all the way back here. When did we start accumulating? May of 22. You think there's some accumulation down here? Cause, effect, right? As Wyckoff would say it. A lot of cause. A lot of effect, right? That's pretty good move out of that. I mean, come on, you don't need a degree in anything to spot that. All right, let's open that up a little bit. All right, well, let's note here, right? We got a little hot on the RSI, and now reminder, the most important level in the RSI is not the extremes, it's the 50, right? Look, 50, right? This is the support and resistance you need to pay attention to right here, right? If it was going to go down here, we're going to get a full recycle, right? A full loop. We don't, right? That's that. Where's an arrow? That's the trade I want right there. Coming off the 50 in the RSI, right? Because of course it will match with a retracement in the price action, which it does right here, right? You can't see it unless I go in the log scale. Right? So let's put here, fuck. Right? So right here. As we change character, right? That's the market structure shift. Oh, okay. Looks like we're going bullish. What do we do? Bop, bop, bop. That looks like a fuck, man. Do I even need to comment here? I mean, is that okay? We're doing a 4. Looks like we got an ABC in. Now are we off to a let's dig in there. Oh, let's keep it simple, right? No need to do more just yet. Oh, this looks like I'd probably put it there. 1, 2, 3, 4. That could be the 3. All right, so let's look at that. All right, so just standard operating, right? Same again. Remember, it's the same thing every time, right? That key emphasis, right? Which is why I make a point of saying that on every video and live stream I do. Okay, where's the highest probability location for the 3rd, right? It's not like you go, oh, I wonder where that 3rd's going to end. Well, we have targets here, right? Well, here's the first most likely, most probable. Here's the 2nd. Here's the 3rd. I almost don't even have to do it. Okay, now what's another key component of Elliott Wave? Well, first, right, you'd start here. You'd do it this way, right? The channeling. Don't ignore the channeling, right? It's almost, you need the channeling as much as any sort of, oh, do I have a 5-3? Right? You've got to have the channeling on it for it to be a valid impulse, right? We've got to have that channeling, right? So are we going up here? Right? And you don't want to eliminate the first channel because that is often, oh, Jesus, look how good this is, right? That is often where you'll find a reaction as the 2 channels interact. Right, and we get this low volume node here. Now, more likely you'd come a little bit lower down here. If you're in a high volume node here, right, the edges are where you'll see the reaction. The bulls here will not want to let it drop there because then it'll drop to the next one, right? And then so if it's going to react here, it'll be on the upper edge of that rather than right in the middle of it. Okay, so we got a 1, 2, maybe, right? This could be 3. Could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? This looks very 4-ish. If that were to come down, right? This isn't like take a rocket science. Okay, maybe we don't know, right? We don't know. That could just do that, right? Let's get in there on a 4, see what we got. Oh, what have I got in there? Oh, I've got an EMA. All right, I got a 21, which is my preferred. Let's take him off just for a second. All right, so can we get out of there? I might have to go to a 1. All right, here's that. That looks like a 3. Shit, I didn't want to see that. Okay, that looks like I got an ABC here, so I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's keep it simple at first, right? When you're first putting it up, go with the most obvious. I don't care if it's spot perfect. Just go with, okay, what does it look like I may have now? Is the 4 and the 2 perfect, right? Not really, right? Because it could just as easily be here. Just as easily be here. It actually, the channeling would suggest that that's better because that 4 to the 2 is too big. Okay, so let's go with that. So what do we got here, right? So this is, again, just sausage making. It looks more like a 5, so B here. Well, let's go with it, right? Let's just A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So that this looks more like a 5. So you're okay. How do I make a 5 fit in there? A, B, C into the B. A little shallow here, more shallow than I would have liked. We might have a triangle here actually. I think we do. So let's go. Oh, let's see here. How do I want to do this? Can't do it that way. So I would put, oh fuck, let's get you out of here. Where's my triangle? Looks like I'd have to do it this way. Right, so this would be, oh God. Where's one of my, we'd have to do A, B, C, right? Something like that. If this is going to play as a 4, I don't know that it is. I might want to spend a little more time with this. This is a tricky one. If that's A, B, C, I can't do the triangle there, but I've got this, I got a nice triangle here. All right, and here, this is, I may not have it just yet, but that looks like what I've got here, right? So how do I get that triangle to fit in? It makes me want to put the A down here. Can't quite, I can't get it to end right here. Oh, one of my guys would have this. A, B, C. Oh, shit. Let's see here. Now, let's hide that for a second. Let's hide that and see. Oh, if I get stuck here, I'll... That brings me to the E right here, which is what I don't want. Oh, fuck me. It's a triangle somewhere in here. B, A, B, C, D, E. A, B. Let's try it that way. A, B, C, D, E for the B. Psst, don't love it. But that may be what we have here, right? This may be one that I'd take a little more time with. Well, here's what I can say, end of the day. We're in some sort of a 4 here because we're not progressing the trend. So if this is the C here, if we're going to go A, B, C, D, E, which may be it. That may be it. I may come back to this here. Okay, let's come out of this. All right, what do we got here? 1, 2, 3. Looks like working on a 4. Let's see if I can get out of there. Did we overlap? We didn't. All right, so these are little tells, right? Things that don't happen randomly in the market. All right, so if that's my A, here, I can get you out of here. If this is, that could work. Right? That could work. I wish I had PK on here. He'd have that for me in 2 seconds. 1, 2. Nope, it's got to be here. 2. Looks like I got a good 3 here. Oh, fuck, we're going to do it again. Look how similar that is. That's another triangle of some sort in here. They can be tricky, hard to spot right off the bat. I'd be looking for it in here. Well, things I like to do, I like to wick off the 1 and the 2. Right, I learned this. Motive Wave does this for you. The 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4. So I keep track of where they are. So let's, and any potential overlaps. I'm gonna change that color. Oh shit! Here. It's God damn it. I want the inside. Okay, there we go. So we'll kind of watch these, right? So here, the other thing to note here, if we circle back here to a little market structure, here's the swing, here's the push down that leads to the change of character here. So this is entirely unmitigated. The order flow here is unmitigated. So the fact that we're not coming down to tap into this, it's telling, right? Because it would be easy. You might anticipate that this would get tapped, right? And the fact that it doesn't means bulls are very much in control here. So, oh, that's some sort of a 4, some sort of a triangle 4 going on in here, right at this high volume node. So the anticipation would be, okay, let's get out of here. Can we do it with just a straight channel? We might be able to. Little overthrow up here. I just put a sliding parallel on it like that. Okay, some sort of 4 here as we sit at the POC of that section here. While I can recognize this from an Elliott perspective, I don't want that overlapped, right? I don't want them to mitigate this. Is that me? Yeah, that is me. I don't want this mitigated, right? But I can see, right, if it does, I understand why, right? We got money was committed down here, right? So this is often they'll take it short, then run it up, then come back, get out of their shorts, and then take it long. That's the theory. All right, so some sort of a 4 is going on in here, right? No reason to assume that we're not going higher at this point as it sits right here. Okay, I'm at the 50. I'm at the 50, so I'm trendless, right? This would be a TTM squeeze. I can guarantee it, right? We're going nowhere. But I like the structure, right? The skeletal structure suggests we got another kick higher. Okay, well, if we do kick higher, what are we doing? Where are we? Oh, let's go to a 2. Maybe that'll do it. Is that going to be my 5, or is that going to be, if this is going to finish in here, or is that going to be the 1 of my 5? I'm inclined to think 1 of the 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Still to come. Yeah. My angle may be off a little bit. If we're going to stay within that geometry. Just clusterfuck. Here's what's happening in here. Nothing. Sideways. That's how we know it's a 4. Sideways. 1, 2, 3. Here, again, sideways, right? The 4 is the easiest thing to spot. Sideways. We don't progress the trend. That's the internal 3, 4 of the 3. Not progressing the trend. It's the 4 somewhere in here. Again, it almost doesn't matter, right? But as an educator and if you're a student of Elliott Wave, you get in there and dig at it if you can. You'll always have a little more conviction if you can sort it out, right? I mean, oh my gosh, right? There's a couple of guys. So James M, right, would never trade something he didn't have the puzzle figured out on, right? Because he's just so good at it. So look for the idea, like, okay, can I get it to work? Because 95% of the time there will be a count that, if you follow rules and guidelines, that will be valid, right? You'll get out of here with a valid count. This would have to be the 4 here. Do I love it? No, I don't. Would I trade it? Oh, fuck, I've got a shitload of this already. I don't know that I would be adding right here, but I might. If you already own a lot of this, I'd want to see something. Let this 5 complete, right? And then I'm going to want to something like that. So if we step back out, if we're going to complete the impulse here, let's get oh, this one with a squeeze I like. Let's see how we look with an Elliott Wave oscillator, right? So this would help us identify, right? That's all what you, okay, whoa, well, this is a 3. This is a 3. If this is the 3 of the, oh, what's the easiest way to do this, right? So if this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the 3, right? Well, this is the 3. This is the 3 of the 3, right? Oh, clear, right? It's not like, gosh, I wonder which one's the 3. Right, we don't have to wonder about that, right? These are just little things that Elliotticians have that's an advantage, right? It's not always going to work. That's not what I'm saying, but that's an advantage. I can go, oh shit. Well, look at all this, right? Where's the big? If we're going to just keep blowing and going, now this can change, right? But we've already come back to 0. we've already come back to the 0 line, right? And we're in a squeeze, right? So we look at the squeeze. The squeeze is black, right? So we come out of it a little bit. Now we're black, 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 right? Just all of this. You can't even see in there. I know that. You're just stuck in there in that squeeze, right? So the one thing that's, a squeeze is a plus, right? You want to look for squeeze because universal truth in the market, right? It almost never fail you. From contraction comes expansion. From contraction comes expansion. It's absolute, right? Law of the universe, right? From contraction comes, it's over and from here. Oh, come here, right? From contraction, squeeze comes expansion. From contraction, squeeze comes expansion. You look, the squeeze is like, that may be one of the top 3 indicators of all time, just off of that phenomenon. Contraction, expansion, contraction, expansion, contraction, expansion, contraction, expansion. It's, I'm not saying it's easy, but when you start to put these things together, oh, I got accumulation. Oh, look at the RSI. Oh, expansion. Oh, what am I doing here? Oh, I'm going sideways. Oh, could this be the 1, 2? Oh, look at that. Oh, expansion. Could that be the 3? Go sideways. That's the 4. Oh, popping up. Oh, could that be the 3 of the 3 of the 3? It's like, it's right in front of you. Now, I know when you're over here, you're like, fuck, okay, is that the 3? Sure looks like it. Boy, look at the 3 here. That sure looks like the 3. We're going to a squeeze for the 4. Oh, boom. Oh, what came out? Oh, but look. Oh, look at that, right? It's not as much momentum as it was here. So 3, 4, 5. More contraction, more divergence. I love it down here, right? We're down a degree. Well, you might consider it 2 degrees, right? The internal 3, 4 of down a degree, common area for that to retrace. So if you're in Link, hang on for the ride, right? We try and teach you with precision with an entry, right? If we get something like this down here, yeah, take that. My suggestion right now, while we're in this bull, use leverage sparingly, right? Because you don't want to get kicked out of something because you got a liquidation wick, right? If you stay in spot, you can sustain, right? You're going to be in for the whole ride. But you want to, while we're in a bull market, right? That's when the leverage is effective, right? When you can, take a little extra risk, but keep this. Don't fall into that. Oh shit, I lost on the last one, so I'm going to lever up on this one so I can make it back, right? It kills more traders than anything. All right, holy shit, am I long-winded today? Okay, let me get. I got. RBG, what was it? Oh fuck, RC. I can't remember what that guy. Serial killer. All right, but he's my new member, BDR. I don't mean to put you in the context of a serial killer. I don't know why that popped into my head. Okay, I'm moving on here. Let's get back to the work. Okay, my Frogger. I haven't seen him for a while. Hey, my Frogger. I'm curious what's going on with the DXY. Okay. God, I have that. I have that on the desktop version. But here, let's just bring it up. DXY. Okay, what are you thinking here? Is the July 23 tree a low? Oh yeah, the dollar is a bit of a bitch here. Let's go out to the daily. We've looked at this many times, but let's go back to it. Right, what makes? Let's go here. Yeah, you almost said, oh shit. Let's do a 3-day. Okay, so this is, there's a couple of spots in here. So this being the main one, right, which is the most confusing because you look here and you go, oh, come on, right, clear 5. I mean, it's almost like, seriously? It's like out of an Elliott book, right? So there's your flat. 5, you got to do it that way. It's a little bit, right, this is where you got to decide how much a purist are you. All right, so you got to go A, B, C. X, A, B, C. So you got to do it this way. You got to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My view, right? So, feel free to disagree. Right, so it makes a market. Right. So if you go up to the upper pivot, right, then we overlap here, right? Now, so you can do it here, but you have to do it as A, B, W, X, Y, right? But you can see it, A, B, C, X, A, B, C. This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? It all, I mean, it's pretty good actually when you start to look at it. But this, right, we're back to, how do we know it's a 4? Do we progress the trend? Well, we're on a 3-day, right? I mean, that's a pretty big range that we were in. But if you're looking back at this distance, you know, again, it's not chart magic, right? It's not like, oh, look at the pretty patterns that you can put on that chart. That's not the point, right? The point is that this I know 2023 about to be 2024 and everybody wants to be a market structure ICT guru. Okay. Don't lose track of the Elliott Wave, because you combine the two, well, you got the best of both worlds. Okay, so if we look at this, oh, I have a perfect. I mean, I don't know that it can be any more perfect. Can this be any more perfect? I got a little overlap here. Channeling. An Elliott Wave, right? That was great in the 30s, right? I don't know about now. Well, but okay, here we have literally like out of Elliott Wave for Dummies, right? I mean, a perfect impulse. What's the expectation after a perfect impulse? Well, you know, it's always a projection, right? But this could be part of a ABC. Right, note we did a perfect 50 here. Oh, come here, right? A could be A, B, C. There's a B, C. That's what I'd be looking for. Now here's right for as you crypto traders, right? We don't really want that, right? We don't want the dollar to be that strong, right? Bitcoin trading is the dollar. If it were going to do that, that's what we're looking for. A, B, C. And again, there's no obligation that the market come to, oh, well, you told me I had to go to a 50. The market doesn't have to go to a 50, right? That's just where it will most commonly go. We as traders, there's no certainty. What do we get? Probabilities, tendencies, guidelines, patterns that are prone to repeating, not guaranteed to repeat. Well, let's finish this up. Oh, let's just do this. We'll just do the first half of it. Okay, so if we were looking at, oh shit, am I going to get that on the dollar index? I may not. I may not get it on the dollar index. Okay, that's all right. I don't think I can get it. Let's go to the 3. If I go internal, I don't think I can get it either. Nope, I can't. Okay, but we don't need it. Okay, so this looks like, I'm sure it looks like A, B, C, doesn't it? Now, you look here and go, two questions, right? God, I hope you're asking yourself right now. Why does it stop there? This is when I'd be looking at the camera. Why does it stop there? Do you think the person who shorted it there knew they were shorting it into a golden zone? I'm going to guess not. Again, I can show you this 50,000. I've probably shown it, I don't know, at least 20,000 times. Maybe we just go up here and tag the target. Right? It's not that crazy hard, right? So let's see, do we have a good, how do we look here? That's gorgeous. How's our finish there? Well, let's slow down here, because this could be this is a little bit tricky here, because nobody, I don't think anyone's going to dispute the fact that we have a candidate for a 3 there, right? So how do we make that work? Let me get that market structure off for a second. Fair value gaps. All right, let's see. So we'll leave these up here as we see this displacement. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here's the variable. All right. So often a good habit to get into is if you think like, oh fuck, look, I got that count, nailed it. Right now, pick it apart. Okay. Now go back, second look, right, or strip it bare. Okay. Well, wait a second. If I got a double down here. Does it look like maybe I've got an expanded B here because I don't have a 5 to finish this here. I don't get. Oh fuck here. I don't get this. I might have, right? I don't get the 5th leg. Don't get it. I've got a clear, I mean, like there's no Elliott shuffle to turn that into a 5, right? I don't care who you are, right? You can't do that. Now, what do I have here? Equal lows, right? Same thing, right? You can just see, It's over and over again, right? Liquidity grabs, right? That's what they're doing, right? Oh, grab it. Oh, some dumbass, but I'm sorry, some inexperienced trader bought it there. What are we doing with that? A, B, C is what that looks like. All right, so let's pick this apart. A, B, C. If that's it, well, we got to change things around. Perhaps, right? We got to consider that because of this. See, do you see how that drives the decision making? Oh, wait a second. Okay, that is not a 5, right? So I can't. This can't be my. Well, I shouldn't say it that way. Odds are, finishing like that is. I got an ABC. Period. I got a 5 there, 3 there. I can't finish that thing. Oh shit! Hang on a second. Let's see. Can we in boy, that would be a squeeze and a half. You'd have to do, Jesus. You'd have to do it as 3, 4, 5, right? This would be. I don't know about that. Let's go with the idea here that we've got an ABC. We've just come up here. This being, again, when in doubt, right? Pull out the geometry, right? There is no good TA that doesn't include some geometry, right? It's just the market. Good technician will always use it. Right? The market is we're either ranging or trending. If we're trending, we're in a channel, and if we're ranging, we're still in a channel, right? We're ranging, channel, Jesus, here I'm gonna get myself in a mess here. Okay, let's see what we got. Well, if that's the case, then if indeed this is gonna play as a B, now let's just look here what we've got here. So we'd have clear supply zone here, right? The last, and I'm here, so do it this way here. So the last little pop up, right? So it's getting mitigated, right? So there's the halfway zone. That's the premium discount of this little supply zone here. Tapped once, missed, tapped twice, right? Now we're in the premium, right? Down we come. All right, so if this is an A, if we're going to go A, B, C into the B here, excuse me. Well, what are we looking for? All right, we're looking for a straight impulse down. Looks like we got to start on it. Looks like that's one A, B, C, oh fuck, WXY. I might have to do it that way. So I'd throw it here, right, until we see proven otherwise, right? We're looking for it lower. Let's come down a degree on that. One. Oh. You have to do, right? That's a 3, right? So you're stuck with that, right? So you got to work it as some sort of a combo because that's an ABC to finish it. I don't think you can go one. I don't think you can. I don't think you want to put the 1 here, right? Because you don't have an impulse. A, B, C into the 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into the 3. A, B, C, maybe, right? So why? So when you come here, why would you do anything other than the most common location? Well, I got a fair value gap right here, right? So that market's either trying to seek. There's 2 things. The algos, right? Let's be more specific. The algorithm. What are the algorithms doing? There's 2 things the algorithms are always doing. They're either rebalancing something, i.e., a fair value gap, or it's seeking liquidity. Well, where's the liquidity here? Well, here's the rebalance. If we come up here, it's going to seek it. Here's a little bit right here, and there's the internal liquidities right here, right? So when I say internal, I mean internal from this range, right? So here, we're internal, right? This is internal liquidity. So if we were to come down here and sweep that, oh, shit, 3, 4, 5. All right, that is the thing that has changed the most in the markets, right? From when Ralph Nelson was working through his system, right, he was giving you the skeleton. But if you want to put flesh on the bone, well, that's where we start using things like fair value gaps and liquidity and order blocks and supply and demand zones. That's the meat on the bone. That's the flesh on the skeleton. The Elliott count is the frame. It's the skeletal structure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. So if I'm going to come down here for that, okay. Well, let's step back and see where would we be. Can I do it on a daily? Maybe I can do it on a daily. All right. If we were going to complete that 5, well, anything's possible, but really? We're going to do that? I think not, right? A, B, C. Anything's possible, right? But wouldn't you anticipate you're likely to get something deeper? That's a little skinny here. Well, if this is 1, 2, 3, 4, golden zone, boom. That's what I'd be anticipating. Oh, shit. It's tricky, right? I'm never here to tell you it's going to be easy. Sometimes, right? It's like, oh my God, can that get any more obvious? Sure looks like it's 1, 2, 3, 4. It needs another leg down, right? So you can see how, well, perhaps we're going to go down here and sweep this liquidity, right? More liquidity, right? Rebalancing the fair value gap here, rebalancing the imbalance down to seek liquidity. Boom, boom, boom. All right, my Frogger. Where have you been, my Frogger? God, used to be a reg in here. Okay, so also the ETFs are likely a major thing. This could be buy the runner, sell the news kind of. So he wants this. So this is about Bitcoin, my Frogger. You give me a long, much without testing. Okay, so his premise is, it seems so unlikely that we keep going up much past 48K without testing the low 30K range. But we've seen crazier things with Bitcoin before. Well, okay, let's get over there and say, right? It is that. That's your. Here's kind of a simplified count. So work over on BitGet, right? In Spot, right, is our sponsor, right? So we try and feature them. Okay, consolidate, test. Oh, breakout, retest. Break. Oh, no, retest again, right? We're not sure. 2. Let's take that up a degree. Okay, we'll do it that way. 1, 2. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Look like we're done. Bitcoin, right? Of all the assets, is going to throw up in the start of a bull run, is going to throw up a shallow 3. I think not, right? No, again, emphasis there. I think not, right? It could do it. Certainly could do it. But first assumption is that that's the one. Right, because you can count this a couple of different ways. In fact, James M counts it a little bit differently. Right, he's got a 1, 2, 1, 2. Right, it's even more bullish. But let's just go with at a, this kind of a distance view. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like ABC. Right, so we go impulse. What are we doing? We're right back to where we were before. Right, we get a lot of consolidation down here. You get a perfect Wyckoff schematic. Then what happens? Sideways. We don't progress the trend, but it's not a 4. It's a 2. Right, because we've got the 1. It's not 3, 4. It's 1, 2. Sideways. We can have a sideways correction in a 2. 1, 2. Boom. Right. So, and again, right, it's from contraction comes expansion. Always. Not most of the time. Not typically. Always. Always. There are very few things in the market that are always. That's one of them. Now, it could go sideways for a long fucking time, but eventually, from contraction, will come expansion. Law of the universe. Okay, so, wow, look at that. Look at this little phenomenon up here. I've got my high probability zone for my third overlapping the golden zone from the top in arithmetic. That's arithmetic, right? That's the true golden zone here. Add a high volume node. Wow, wow, wow. What do I got here? I got an unmitigated zone up here, right? So I've got this little push up, pulling it over, right? So all of this, look at that, lining up. High volume node. Well, so what's his, well, he might be right on the money, my Frogger, saying, oh, up. He's saying we'll go to 48K. Well, where's 48K? 618. Bitcoin loves the golden zone. Maybe, right? But right down here, what would that be? That would be mid-30s. Why am I drawing it there? High volume node. What else would be there, right? If you're going to, why would you not anticipate the most common location, right? Most common is between 23 and 38 right here. Right, we come to the 50. I got a high volume node here because what happened here, right? We stalled. That's the 4 at that degree. Here we see it in the volume profile from the Sonar Labs indicator, right? Oh, yes. If it comes here, oh my God. If we do this, this is, don't even hesitate. Just buy everything. Well, I shouldn't say it that way. This would be a place to consider being aggressive with your Bitcoin holdings. How about that for, what I really want to say is buy the fuck out of this. Back your truck up and put that's what I want to say. Put every dime you have in that. But I can't say that. I might say it, but I'm not going to say it officially. My view here is if we come back here to 37, mid-30s, high 30s, if you don't buy it, you may, I mean, again, you know, who knows, right? But my view is you're never going to see that price again, ever. It's just my opinion, right? I'm wrong all the time. That's what I see. Okay, so there's my Frogger, right? I think your point being, low 30s might be a little much, right? Low 30, where's low 30s? Down here, right? So we're going to retrace, well, let's just before we leave this, where's the 1? We're going to come, I don't know, Frogger. You thinking we're going to come this low on the 4? I think not. Now, having said that, if we get a shout, maybe we get something sideways here, right? Now, you would anticipate something deeper since we had a sideways 2. So you might go, oh, well, okay, tends to be, this is a tendency. We go sideways here, we'd get something sharp here. This is, you know, I call it simple. Simple. This might be complex. So if we go, oh shit, here, come here. If we go 3, 4, 5 up here and we complete the impulse up here, if we do that, then Frogger, your thought might be more, I think, in tune with what you'd anticipate on the correction, right? If we're gonna correct that, if we're gonna correct this down to typical zones, well, there's low 30s right there, right? There's 32. That would be the 50. So if I switch that to golden zones, right? Oh, so here now we'd be testing in here where we have this very high volume node. The only thing higher is down at the low. It's our POC. So Frogger, if it's 4, 5 and we blow through that golden zone, now take note. Okay, pay attention here. If we blow through this golden zone, there is no, Al is gone. Al is out of the picture. There's no sell side resistance from the all-time high. Everybody clear on that? That means we are clear to fly, right? Open flight plan. No algo resistance over that 65. None. Now, there can be on smaller degrees. How would you get the, what do you mean? There's not going to be a sell side? Well, yeah, there would be right there. But at a different level, a different degree, right? Remember, it's all about degrees, right? Waves within waves within waves within waves. Right, yeah, on a smaller scale, that might give you a golden zone right there of an A, B, or 1, 2. But the big dog, the big high to low, right? That's all-time high to the corrective low, the COVID low. What fuck? Is that COVID? No, the absolute low. This is the FTX low, excuse me. After the FTX low, we're going to come down for the 2. Oh, if you don't buy that, I don't know. I can't help you. I can't, that doesn't mean I can't guarantee that that's, but there are no guarantees. So of all the assets, in all the gin joints and all the assets, good God, don't let that go by. You'll be kicking yourself for the next 25 years if you do. Okay. Ben B always comes through. What do you got, Ben B? Love this guy. Every time I ask, he always comes. Let's see. I might have to go. Oh, no, I don't. I've changed it to black. I was going to warn you about it, but I figured out how to change that to black. I was going to warn you to white screen, but we don't need to. So Ben B is giving me, what is he giving me? I think he's a stock trader. Ben B is giving me Texas Land Company. I'm just going to change this because that's too, let's brighten that up a little bit. Okay, there we go. All right. Oh, God, this looks gorgeous. Holy shit. Wow, what a beauty. Texas Pacific Land Company. Here I am in Texas. I never even heard of these guys. TPL? TPL. Oh my God. Yeah, that Elliott Wave stuff was really good in the 30s, 40s, 50s, even a little bit in the 70s. But now, no, man, we're too hip. That stuff doesn't work anymore. Oh my God, can that get any more? Well, this, geez, it's almost like you got an extra leg in here. So, well, yeah, you left Ben B. You left me hanging here, right? So, what are we doing with this, right? So, what is that? Okay. So you're gonna let's see. How are you doing this? If you're putting the 3 here, right? So my first thought is, why is the 3 not here? Well, let's measure, right? So are we? Oh, we are log. Oh shit, we are log. Good God, how do I not know about this company? Holy fuck. All right, let's see where we are. Okay, well, now I see your thinking there. All right, so you're like, oh, well, log scale. Fuck, let's go to the high probability zone. But we're missing. This leg here is unaccounted for. So if you're putting that up here, wow, is this bullish? Holy shit. This is uber bullish. It's not that I don't. I'm just going to hide that. Let me hide that. Let's just take a look here. Yeah, so this would, well, you got a 3, you got a 4 here, and you got a 4 here. Which is, okay, we can look here and say, okay, something happened here. We went sideways. Clearly, something corrective here. Now, those sure look like, oh, Jesus, let's go to 3-day. Maybe we can get in there a little bit. That's a pretty good example right there of equal lows. Well, let's just at first glance, let's see if we can make this fly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So I think that's what he's implying per his count. So I'm going to take this way down. Let's go. Okay, all right, so he's got it completing up here. So let's go down, let's go micro here, and let's get these just a little more manageable. Okay, so 1, 2, right? Can we make this fly? Now, what do we got to check for here? The 3's not the shortest, right? Because we can see 1 if this is it, right? 1's going to be longer than 3. We can see that, but we got to check. Oh, Jesus Christ! All right, let's come out of. See if I can come out of log and get it, right? Because longer is longer. Right, you're careful about that, right? If you're not aware of this, right? Longer is longer, right? So you can't go, oh, well, it's shorter in logarithmic, so that can't be it. No, longer is longer, right? Period, right? So we are longer here, right? This is the 3, and this is the, Jesus, now it starts to look like a 2, but we have to be in logarithmic. We're going from a low of 87 to 2800. We have to be in logarithmic, right? But in terms of checking for the invalidation of wave structure, longer is longer, right? Is my point. So we're okay on that 3. Oh, Jesus, can the channeling get much better? Pretty good. Yeah, I'll probably put that there. Well, what do we finish there? That's the big 3. Now, interestingly, if we do it that way, let's in log. I think I just did this, but let's just double check that. Okay, so that would get us perfectly. Oh my God. I don't know, that Elliott shit, that was good in the 70s. I remember my dad's friend used to have a brokerage account, used to talk to me about Elliott Wave, but that shit doesn't work anymore in 2024. We're way too hip for that. Way too hip for that. Oh man, I got your stuff here now. That's what happens when I do the copies here. Okay, so I mean, I'm like textbook. Like I can't script this shit any more cleanly. Oh, so what do we have here? Consolidation. What comes from consolidation? Expansion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good God, that's just spectacular. Just a spectacular Elliott count. A, looks like we're doing, oh, nice here. Right? So it looks like he's going for, well, I'd do it this way, Ben. Right, so if this is an A, we need 3, right? So we need, keep it simple, we'll get a zigzag, right? So we'd get an A, right, 5 into the A. Let's go up 1, right? 5 into the A. Here's our B underway. Looking for the kicker in the C. It's been such a monster. Remember, come down a degree, right? It's 3, 4. That's 2 degrees. 3, 4, right into this pocket. Unmitigated zone right here, right? So this whole downdraft right here, it's just waiting to get tapped. This already tapped, right? You can think of it that way, right? So these corrective zones here, right? Is it mitigated? Yes. Tapped. What are we looking for here? A, B, C of the B. Something like that would be my thought, right? It's well, this is, you got to make your own judgment here. So, I mean, it's such a raging bull. You look at it and go, well, fuck, I sure as hell don't want to short this monster. Well, remember, right? You want to be a purple belt. It's 3s and Cs, right? So there's a, well, it looks like A, B, C going in of that B, right? Although that's hard to call that, right? Shit, we're on a fucking 3-day, right? It's hard to, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That looks like that could be the A. You might have A, B, C. Right? It's hard to call it. Well, okay. Just out of curiosity, right? This is not pre-planned. Looks like it might be just a bit too far. I'm right on that. And we are just a little bit of a break there. Did we get a close below? We did. Holy shit. Yes, we did. Right? We get a close right there. All right, pretty close. That looks like we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? It looks like we've got A, B, C, B, working on C here. At that degree, we're still looking for that B. So we've got the A, working on the B. I have to, where did I do it here? A, B, C of the B. Don't forget, where's Al? Well, what do we have? You see the fair value gap in there, right? So we have the fair value gap. Oh, fuck. It's actually right here. It gets tapped a little early. This taps it a little bit. This finishes it off. Down we go. We got a clear target there. Just out of curiosity, is that golden zone? Not quite. Okay, all right, so that's, I think that should hopefully helps you, Ben B. I don't want to call that done just yet. We don't know. Perfect double down here. A, B, working on C before. So if you wanted to be a buyer here, now see, because you've broken that golden zone, you lost the big horsepower. So you need to, if it's going to come down lower, you need this. Right, that's the guy you're looking for. Right, he'll be there. Right, that's the one you're looking for to trade the C of the B. Right, remember B's and C's. Right, we force you to do that for this very reason, because it'll make you wait. Right, you won't be able. Oh fuck, that looks good. Let's try that. Let's try. It's really a great challenge for anyone who's developing their skill set to be limited to, you can only trade those patterns, right? 3s and C's. It's not like there's a shortage of them, but just that little discipline will change you as a trader. That's why we do it. Okay, Ben B, I think I got you covered there on that one. It looks like you're just waiting for the next power play is going to be this, right? But that is ultimately all in the context of setting up the next buy, because per your count, right, we are not at the 5 of the 5 of the 5, right? We've just done the 3, working on the 4. Okay, let's go to the next one from Ben B. Be curious if this is an equity? I'll bet it is. Cleveland Cliffs, it is, right? There's another, I've looked at this a few times. So Ben B's an equity trader. Although he does some crypto, as I recall, as well. But lately he's been posting a lot of equity. Okay, let's brighten that up a little bit. Okay, let's see. I wonder if we can spot a 5 in here. Geez, wouldn't that be convenient? Wouldn't it be nice if we could just spot a nice little 5 in there? I don't know. You know, I hear this Elliott Wave stuff doesn't work anymore. Okay. Well, let's back up for a second. Where are we? I got to back up here. Let's go to a 3-day. Right? You always so whether it's Elliott Wave, market structure, right? Context is everything. Right? Nothing makes sense unless it's got context, right? Otherwise, it's like fuck. I don't know. Right? It's a pivot, or how would there has to be some context here. Now, I don't know this. Looks like it might be a little far. Interesting, right? If this is A, B, C, right? So that's wick only. Let's be conscious of that. That's wick only and quickly rejected, just what you would want to see there. So that looks like a pretty good, you could really do either one of these. One, two, yeah, that looks like you could have, that looks like the ones here, A, B, so fuck, or W, X, Y, right? Almost doesn't matter. Okay, let's get that out of there. All right, so I have a little context now. Actually, I wouldn't mind a little more. Let me get a weekly here, just real quick. All right, so why do I do this? Because I want you guys to do the same thing, right? So I'm not sure where we are. Okay, so I can see, well, tried. Shit, I can't make up. I can't make this up. All right, whoops. Can't make it up. This is the weekly chart of Cleveland Cliffs. Somebody sold it there. The great example of exactly what I'm trying to encourage you guys to do. Wait, see the reaction. Where's your stop? Under the 65, right? Maybe 707. Oh, they're going to get it. They're going to get it for sure. Are they? You wait for the reaction, wait for the retrace, stop under the pivot, right? So it's relatively low risk, right? It's always relatively 1, 2, 3, oh, fuck. ABC, well, we'd have to do that, right? It almost doesn't matter at this point. Okay, so I got an ABC, right? So I'm coming off of this. So the anticipation here is that here's a market structure shift, right? We want to use that language. Okay, we're coming out of that. Right, so that's the idea, right? Swing, retrace, are we, right? We can, this pivot going to do its job and give us a new low? No, right? So what happens, right? It gets taken out. So here's the change of character right here. So now we're in a bull sequence, 1, 2, right? Or, you know, us adding a little Elliott Wave. So let's label it up, right? It doesn't look that hard. 1, 2, is that 3? Well, we don't know. Right? Could be the 1 of 3, right? But let's just put that there for the second time being. He's going big degrees on me here, so I got to go up. I'm going to take you down. Oh, shit, I may have done that. All right, 1. Now let's go back to a daily. Does it look like 3? No. Could it be 3? Could it be 3? Here, log. I think I have to. Could it be 3? Well, it's longer, right? If it's longer in log, it's definitely longer in the other. So it could be 3. Doesn't have the right look though, does it? Right? Slow down here. Hang on a sec. Nope. We don't want that to be 3. So what's the next logical? If not this, then what? Oh, let's bring this down. Right, another huge advantage to Elliott Wave. If it's not the 3, right, which you would anticipate not likely to be the 3 because of the overlap, and we're looking for an impulse. Well, if it's going to be 1, 2, 3, right, at this degree, you'd be anticipating a bigger 3 than just a little. So what's more likely? 1. Not guaranteed, just, okay, what would be a reasonable deduction here? Oh, it's not the 3, so how about a 1? 1, 2, 1, 2. All right, let's dig in there what he gave us. So now we'll get to what he's got. All right, now I've got context, so I understand what's going on. So similar pattern. So what is he highlighting here? Consolidation, expansion, consolidation, expansion down. Let's see about this WXY. I see what you're saying here. So I'm gonna take those off, Ben, just so I can get just so I can get in there. Okay, that flies, right? So we got a good one. Similar patterns. Not sure if it's valid. Well, let's take a look, right? You may not be sure until it's over, right? We're never really sure until it's done. Oh, let's get in there. All right, so I got a 3 into the 2. I don't have so I've got 3, 3, 5, right? So that looks like, well, I'm not sure what you're thinking here. So, you're trying to combine the two? Here, let's do it this way. Okay, if this is 1 and 2, and we've got a pretty good ABC here. Oh, looks decent. That looks like the 4 to the 5. It's not gorgeous, right? So, I think sometimes we can oversweat these, right? So clearly, right? So that's an area. Oh, we could refine that probably into that last little swing, right? So what are we doing right here? I know what you're thinking. Wonder why it stops there. Let's get you right on the pivot. We get a 5 out of that. That's 3, 3, 5. Looks like that we've got to have to do it this way at a lower degree. 1, ABC, ABC. Looks like you do it as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like you do a 3, 3, 5. 1, 2. Looks like we're working on a 3. So why not? That's always the question. You want to. Often, right, so when I started the live stream today, right, so you want to question yourself. So if you think you have it, right, as I always do, if I think I've got it, I'll go to my Elliott Wizards and say, here's what I see, guys, right? We're going on a live stream today, and this guy's really interested in this one product. Do you see the same thing that I see? Right? It's the same idea, right? Don't feel like, oh shit, I got to do it. I got to be the lone soldier out here doing it all myself. No, you don't, right? Collaborate. I don't know about that. I'm on a daily, and maybe we can get a 3, 4, 5 out of there. The whole point of your membership is not for you to learn in isolation, but to learn in this community with everybody else who's eyeing the market and approaching the market with the same technical skill set. Okay, we got a 1, candidate 2, right? It's just a candidate. We can't confirm it. What are we really saying here? Sideways. Sideways. We're not progressing the trend. Now that's a daily. Let's go to a 4. Not a whole lot better. What's a reasonable deduction here? Accumulate, 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 break, and retest. Now that's not the best looking impulse I've ever seen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. That looks like 4, 5. Maybe, right? That could kick higher. Well, we're not going anywhere until we get on the other side of that golden zone. I mean, where's the resistance? We got equal highs up here, right? Those have already been swept. I hate that thing. Oh, pardon me. They haven't quite been swept just yet. Not just yet. Coming up on it, right? So you've got equal highs at the fucking golden zone. Damn. 3, 4, 5, maybe. Now let's measure, right? Always measure, right? Never forget to measure because it'll guide you. Okay. Well, here's my high probability location. Could it be 3 here? Could be. That's too small, right? So I would put it over here because of the length of time of the 2. So maybe it's doesn't matter, right? So it's just we're going sideways. All right, let's get all the pieces in. Right, we got to use a channel if we're going. Whenever there's an impulse, right, we have to use a channel, right? It'll guide us. So, is it here? Are we done? I mean, could we be done? Yeah, we could be done. One, two, three. It's not much of a finish. There's room for that to fly a little higher. A, B, C onto that low. 1, 2, 3. Or A, B, C. I'd be mindful of the retracement levels there, right? You definitely do not want it coming below that golden zone here, which would be right at the proposed 1 of this final kick here for the 5th. I'd like to see that come up there. Cleveland Cliffs. Okay, Ben B. Oh, you had no comment there. So I think this is a little bit of a, well, okay. Here's the sideways 4, right? We've just been through that. We had a sharp 2, sideways 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, let's see if that has legs to go, right? We're at a 50, so an algo is going to fire there. We don't have to wonder about it. We're just going to start there. There's your target. Do you see where your target is right here? In the golden zone. That's your target. That's how it works. So you go, okay, well, so what's the next trade? Well, I think you're kind of there. You could, it's the same way, you could look at it this way and say, right, this has all been mitigated here, right? So you'd be wanting this to hold, right? You want this to hold here. We don't want to go back into this. Now we want to hold here, right? So 3, 4. If we come down golden zone, okay. But if this is going to be 1, 2, you don't want your 4 being that deep, right? Reduces the probability of the 5th even getting there, or you're going to truncate. Or what's more probable, if we come deeper here and we break that, you're going to come back up, fail to get the new high, and then you're coming down. Then you'd be like, oh, guess it was done. It's okay if you took a loser there because you were, for whatever reason, fuck, doesn't matter, right? If you took a loser there, okay, well, so you didn't put the kids' tuition money in it, I'd like to think. So what do we have here? We've got an impulse that's complete. What's next? What are we anticipating? Correction. Where could I see some structure, right? It doesn't have to be that complicated. Right? 5s and 3s. That's the genius of Elliott. Here's my favorite handle right here. RRR, what's that question mark? What is he looking at? Oh, something's fucking insane. Okay, so he's like, okay, here's my guess on SPX. Yeah, it's risky, but since indicators price showing slowing PA, I shorted. Oh, looks. Oh, so I see what he's doing. He's doing a put spread. Okay, so let's get his. Oh fuck, how am I doing that? Let's get his chart here. Copy link. Okay, let's get that. How are we doing on time? I've been a little wordy today. The market day still under the IB. Okay, so let me make a copy here. So what is this? This is the S&P 500. Well, that's good. I had the exact same thing, right? Someone asked me for the account yesterday. I gave it to him on a 30-minute. I had the exact. Did I have? Yeah, I think I did. I might have had this as a 4. Anyway, that's a good looking work here. So let's come into this. Okay, so number 1, right? So I've been eyeballing this, right? And I know what's that, right? Who's a good student. He's watching the same thing. So this is a golden, right? Oh shit, let's go to a 4. Right, so we have a golden here that has yet to hit its 80% mark, right? So we have golden here. Golden corner pocket. Right, it's my signature trade. Right, anybody else tells you it's their trade, sorry, my trade. Okay, so look at this. We've yet to tag it. So, what's that? That would be my hesitation. Is like, oh, you shorted it now. Now, okay, on one hand, right, so we know trading principle number 4, failure to make the median line, right? We know we have 80% odds down here. Failure to make the median line sets up a move equal to or greater than the swing that failed to get there, right? That's trading principle number 4. Whoa. We'd be coming back down to 40.98. Well, something will have to have broken in the market for that to be the case, right? Something substantial, right? Not World War III, but something to cause the market to correct that far. I'd feel a lot better about the short if we came up here and we tagged the bell, right? Get the median line, because then per your count here, 1, 2, 3, 4, you'd get the final fifth. You'd get it, right? Oh, bing, ding, ding, ding. You hit the median line. I always think of it as like you're climbing up one of those walls and they have like a little triangle at the top or a bell, and you got to ring the bell when you get to the top. Ring the bell. Ring the bell. Tap. That's 80% odds. I don't want to bet against that. Now, you might look at it and go, oh, fuck, that's close enough. Yeah. The horseshoes and hand grenades, right? Is it close enough? Do we have a finish there? I love it if we tag it. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. If we tag that. We haven't tagged it yet. So careful there, right? If we, well, depending on what you did, I don't know if you did. Oh, you've already done it, right? So you're already in the, wait a second. You shorted the, looks to me like you bought a put spread, not shorted. Maybe you did short the. What did you do here? 45.90. I think he did. I think that's what he did. I think he bought the, here, let's see if I can do it this way. He bought the 45.90, 45.80. Holy shit, that's pretty tight. That's the little put spread he bought. Well, God, is that right? Shit, I wish I knew. I wish I saw your trade a little bit better. But if you did a 45.90, 45.80, I don't see what's throwing me off is you're saying the risk reward is fucking insane. But the risk reward is the 10 points in the spread less what you paid for it. So I might be misreading that, what you've written there. Because that would be nice risk reward, but that's not fucking insane risk reward, right? You've limited it by the spread. I could be misreading what you've written there, or what's that? But either way, right? So anyone who's looking at the S&P, okay, well, we've got this nice looking finish here. So everything I just said, right, would still be a factor there. Now, one thing to take note here, right, because I've been just railing about the channeling here, right, and how important it is. Well, note what's happening here now, right? So he's it's not like I'm saying this isn't a valid trade, but note here, we've been in this nice channel and all of a sudden, oh, I'm not in my channel anymore, right? Which would suggest maybe some lower prices. It's a hard call. Let's oh shit, let me get down here. Let's see how the divergence looks. Again, this one here I like, right? So pretty, see, I wonder, I'm curious if there's any divergence. Yeah, and he might have just the right trade there. Although I'll tell you what, the 45.80 is going to cap if you bought a put spread there. I mean, again, I almost don't have to comment. Here's the 3. What are we looking for in a perfect Elliott Wave scenario here? You'd hope for the 4 to go back to the 0 line. Are we all seeing that? Right? Here's the 4 right here. Look below, right? And it's a squeeze. Like I can't make this shit up, right? So that's absolutely perfect. Oh, well, maybe we'll get some divergence in the 5th. Oh, I don't get the 5th here because it keeps going. Maybe that's the 3rd of the 5th. Look, maybe that's the 3rd of the 5th. Well, if I'm going to have the 5th, I'm going to anticipate that there's going to be divergence. Maybe I'll get divergence, loss of momentum. Squeeze. It's been a squeeze since right here. What are we doing? We're going sideways. I'm not saying short that. I'm saying if you're long, that would be an uncomfortable spot to be in a fresh long. Right now, you just put it on. No, I don't know if you're swing trading or day trading. Right? Well, let me get rid of that because I know that's annoying. If I were in a fresh long here, I'd have a severe pucker of my sphincter. Right? I shouldn't say it that crudely, but this would be a very uncomfortable spot. Number one, what's the absolute worst place you could possibly enter that market long? Right there. That. If I can get that off my mouth. Right? What 5 years I've been doing this. I'm just trying to keep you from doing it. Don't buy the breakouts. You're just asking to be bent over. Somebody did. I mean, I'm not saying you have to, if you're long, get out. I'm just saying don't enter a fresh long there. And by no means am I saying that it couldn't go higher. I'm not saying, oh, that could never go higher. I'm saying that's a horrible place to enter. Of every location on the board here, that's the single worst place you could enter. A long, he's entering a short. You're buying a long here? You're really, you're going long here. I'll take the other side of that trade. Okay, RRR, what you give me here? You gave me, Amazon. Oh, we haven't looked at Amazon for a while. What do we got on Amazon? Amazon. I got to do the copy. Well, you guys actually, I'm about to give you guys praise here, and then Chris got it wrong. All you guys so far have posted, have done it just right, so I can work with the chart. Right, so I think it's always better, right? If I can take your work and then I can work with it. And I just looked ahead. Everybody's got it. Chris, it looks like Chris is doing it off his phone. Okay, so what do we have here? Let's get this. Let's go up a little bigger and brighter. What do we got here? Oh, let's go menu it. Okay, so Amazon. Oh, that's interesting. All right, so we got a golden zone from the welcome to the markets, right? 2024, right? So here's, I'm going to just change the template here because it's what I'm used to seeing here. All right, so from this swing low, okay, we're up, we're broken here, right? So for this 3, what is he pulling up? Well, actually, let me take that back. Let me go back to what he had because make sure I don't misinterpret what he's got here. Where are you pulling this from? Is that, are you, oh, I see what you're doing. Okay, so you're doing an expanded, so what he's doing, right, this is not invalid, right? He's expanding it this direction from, this is the swing, he's going up, right? A lot of people do it that way. I'm not saying don't do it that way. I'm just saying I don't do it that way. So I'm just going to pull this off for just a sec. Sorry, guys. Okay, so shit. Hang on. God, these fucking allergies. Oh, okay. So well, let's just keep it simple. Let's just keep it simple. We don't need to be overly complicated here and get all the. I think it's a WXY, right? It almost doesn't matter, right? So we get a good low down here, right? So here's this is what we're working with. This was the swing range we were just in, all right? So here PDA, right, for SMC fans, right? Here's the PDA we're in, or the premium discount array, as they like to call it, all right? It's pretty reasonable, right? So where do we want to be a buyer, right, in the discount? Where do we absolutely positively not want to be a buyer? This is like, not only do I want to pay retail, I want to pay retail plus. I'm such a moron. No, I shouldn't say it that way. No, I'm saying, I know I could have gotten it on sale, but I'd prefer to pay premium plus. Now, you might look at that and say, oh, well, you're telling me I can't buy Amazon? Well, I shouldn't say it that way. That it would be bad technical and TA to be buying it anywhere under 114, right? I have to wait for that? Well, that's not quite what I'm saying, right? I mean, you'd have a new PDA rate right here, right, depending on the time frame. Oh, okay, well, shit, we could have done it this way, right? Not quite there. Are we in log? Yeah, we are in log. Let's come out of log. Okay, well, again, if I could pick one, probably the 2 worst spots to buy it, right here and right here. Guarantee you there's people buying it right there. And again, as I always have to qualify it, I am not saying that's not going to do that or that it couldn't do it. I'm saying what an incredibly stupid place to enter the market, because whether you, again, if you get away with it, reinforce a bad habit. If you're in the market right now, you're comfortable. No, you're not. You're full of shit. You're not comfortable. You're very uncomfortable because you know you did something stupid. And now you're asking yourself, oh shit, I didn't see it was a golden zone. Oh shit. Should I just get out? Yes, you should just get out, in my humble opinion. If you knew it was there, would you buy it? If you knew it was there, would you sell it? Pardon me. If you knew it was there, would you buy it there? If you knew it was there, would you buy it there? If you knew it was there, how'd that work out for them? Do you see what's happening here? This is where the market structure can be useful. Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower up. Uh-oh, something changed. What happens here? Change of character, right? Market structure shift, right? So well, maybe it's just internal. They're looking for liquidity, and we'll come back down here. Maybe that's all that's happening here. We went up here, and now we're going to go down. Oh, well, it'll definitely overlap that pivot right here. We'll go over and get that. I can't make this shit up. I can't do it, right? I won't. What would be the purpose of doing that? So I ask you again, if you knew it was there, would you buy it? Somebody bought it. Okay, let's put the whole thing together, right? Because now we've got the 3, the 2, and the 4. I'd probably do it like that, right? Maybe a little runner on, let's bring this up here. God, maybe that 4, maybe the 4 will drop right into the highest probability zone for a 4. Maybe it'll do it in a 3. Maybe it'll sweep the lows there before going back up. Nah, never happen. Maybe it'll do a 5 followed by a 3 followed by a 5. Maybe. But I know this Elliott Wave shit doesn't work in the modern markets, does it? We all know that. Looks like a little front run on the target there, if I'm right on that. That's 50 to the tick. Assuming I'm right on that. 50 target in front of the 50. Look. This is just what you want to see. When I talk about getting a reaction, boom. What was there? I know. It's always fucking easy in hindsight, right? Isn't it? Always easy in hindsight. All right, AB3. So, okay. We think that sure looks like a 5. Let's get all this out of here. Oh, well, that actually looks like a 4. Let's get this all out of here. Okay. Are we just, now Amazon, right? All just going to do this? Are we just going to keep going and going and going and going and going? Or does it look like maybe we've hit a spot here where we're going to go sideways? Just wonder if there'll be a squeeze there. Wonder if there'll be some divergence there. Squeeze, right? What's the squeeze? Black, right? So where's the squeeze? Oh, here, I can do it this way, right? So we start right here. Right here. That's the start of the squeeze. We've been in a squeeze the entire time. Right? What would you think there? Oh, maybe that's the 4. Well, it's a little skinny on the 2, but maybe there's a 1, 2 in there. Too big, obviously. Sure looks 4-ish. A, B, W. It doesn't matter, right? So, okay, we're consolidating. Now, what would be ideal? That we'd come a little lower. Yes, it would. I'm going to get that 2 up there. Oh, let's get to a 1. Do we have it? Do we actually have a 2? Yeah, I guess we do. Oh, looks like that's a 3. Somewhere in here. 4, 4, 4. God, maybe there'll be some lack of momentum as we hit the 3 and then go sideways into the 4. Maybe it'll come to the 0. Maybe we'll go into a squeeze, because we know what comes out of a squeeze: expansion. Maybe all of these things will happen. But of course, maybe they won't. No, looks like you'd have to do A, B. God, it looks like you got it done there. Well, running flat, actually, is what it looks like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So A, B, C, kind of, maybe a triangle. I know PK would be looking at that going triangle. Maybe a triangle. Could be, right? A, B, it's not a grade 3 there. A, B, C, D, one more down for the 4. And what's the implication, right? 5 to come. Another, right? Sideways. So whenever you're like, what the fuck? Triangle. Looks pretty good. Okay, Ben B, killing it. Appreciate the posts. Oh, all right, you guys got busy. Oh, RR wants that. Is back for more. Okay. No, it's a 2 trade entries with 1 series. Oh, I see. Okay, I got it. Okay, so RR, what's that? Yeah, the one where just on the S&P, he's trading the CFD. I saw the 45.90, 45.80. I thought he put spread. I got it. So now, right? So he is. Oh shit, I lost. Oh wait, is it over here? Right. Yeah, it is here. Right. So this is his trade. Oh fuck, you aren't kidding about risk reward. Now I got you, man. I see it. I thought it's because I put on so many option spreads. My first thought was that. Okay, I mean, I like it even all better. That looks like one more. Oh shit! If it holds here, right? So if we hold here, right, and we don't roll over and melt here, because you can see maybe you'd have to do this, right? But then it wouldn't make sense, right? If you go, oh, there's the, well, what you're talking about, the channeling, there it is. Well, that. Think about that, right? If this was the A, B, we're gonna do this, right? We're gonna fuck, that thing sticks to your mouse. We're gonna do that. Fuck, anything's possible. But you kind of need the 3, 4, 5 of the 3. You need that one, right? If you're gonna get 1, 2, you need a 3, 4, 5 of the 3. All right, you guys follow me? I'd like to think. Okay. All right, let's see. How am I doing on time? Oh, shit. I got to keep moving. Okay, Chris, 26, I think is a new member. Chris, let's see what you're cooking with here. I think you gave me, this is from your phone. Yeah, yes, it is. Okay, so this is, his version of Link. Looks like what are you giving me here? A weekly. Interesting. All right, so it looks like we're in sync. Now, since I just did Link, God, what happens if I do that? I don't even know what happens if I do that. If I take your, oh, it works. Oh, all the better. Cool. So you can post from your phone, and then I can, God, that's cool. I didn't know that. Okay, well, we kind of did that one, right? We did a pretty good look at that one. Now, you gave me, this is the one you guys will recall, right? So anybody, so Chris, you have that whole first little review bit we did. All remember the consolidation expand. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you've got that to refer to for, well, for what it's worth, my thoughts on Link. Excuse me. Okay, so let's go to your second one. Shit, now I'm curious how you're doing that. It looks like you're posting on your phone, but then you're giving me and then it works. Fuck, I have no idea we could do that. Okay, so this is, oh fuck, that didn't work. K drop. Nope, let me try again. Let's see if I just do that. No, that gives me that. No, it's just, oh, so, are they both Link? Yeah, you gave me 2 links, Chris. And no comment. So I don't, if you were looking for 2 different assets, I'm not sure what they are. But that's kind of cool to know that worked. Chainlink, yeah, so I think we're, so into the triangle, right? So I think that's where we were kind of wrestling with perhaps a triangle. I think that's where I ended up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like you're spot on the money there, trying to complete the 1. So it looks like that's good TA, Chris. Since we got, I think, both of those. Let's get rid of that one. And we're back to this one. Somebody gave me a crude. Oh, no, Cleveland Cliffs. That's Ben B. Okay, hang on. Could you take a look at how are we doing? I thought that said Elton John. Elon Jr., not Elton John. Okay, sorry. Come on. What's wrong with me today? All right, so let me get, that's a copy. Let's get rid of that one. That's Texas specific. Good God, let's get rid of that one. That's James M. Bitcoin, right? So see, when these guys give me a count, I keep them, right? If I like them, right? And I always pay attention to what he's doing. Okay, so this is Rob A. Engineer, I want to say. Could you take a look at HBAR? Let's see, give me 2 here. Let's go to, that's my yes, right? Same thing, right? We see it, we're running in the supply, but we're yet to get there. Okay, let me go to, I guess I got to do it from scratch. Trading view. Hang on. Oh, fuck. Markets, crypto. We'll just start on Bitcoin. And then he wants Pepe. All right, Pepe. I know. If you make money, who fucking cares, right? But let's go to Pepe. Does Pepe have a use case? Wow, that's where I go. Why would anybody trade this? But you can make money here. I don't know how much history I've got here. Let's go to log scale. What is that? How many zeros before we get to a penny? Well, you can certainly buy a lot of it. We can say that. Okay, well, this isn't too hard. Did we go up impulsively and correct in a 3? Well, if we get to the 3, maybe we'll go up again impulsively. Maybe, right? Only if we're lucky. I might do it that way. Only if we're lucky. Okay. Pepe coin. Why is it even exist? I have no fucking clue what its purpose is. So that could just be my own. All right, so part of me looks at this and I think, okay, why not 3, 4? Look at the length of that 2, right, compared to the 4, right? Pretty good, right? So this, I know you can look and see, but the channeling will be better here as well. So time is kind of a factor that you don't want to ignore. Oh, fuck. Sorry, right? So we want the channeling, and we got a nice 2-4 in here as well. Oh, right, just standard ops, right? I always wick off my 1s, just so I keep an eye on them. Oh, and I'll often do the 2s as well, right? Just so I see that range. Okay, all right, what are we doing here? Oh, shit. Again, reminder, same thing. Every time, same way. Well, so you might look here and say, okay, well, we're tagging the high probability zone, but that's relative to this one too. Right? Here's the third, right? So if we're going to get a 2, 6, 1, 8, that's an extreme. So we get just shy of that. So I think that's the 3, 4, 5 of the 3. And of course, I could be wrong. So that's open to some interpretation, but I think that's the more reasonable place to take it, because now if we, again, this is in hindsight, if we look for our 4, right, which we don't need to worry about whether we're going to have a 4 here because we've already got a 5, right? So we can look here and say, well, was the 4 technical? Right, was it? Right, we got to have a 3, 4, 5 internal to give us a 3, 4, 5 of the 3. So let's go up a degree and go to minuet. Okay, so 3, 4. All right, again, same thing. Where's a high probability location for the 5th? Well, we take the length of the 1 and project it from the proposed 4. All right, if it's not going to be 100, maybe we're going to get the 1, 6, 1, 8. So anywhere up here, right? So if we put a let's not leave it out, and let's put it in red and make it skinnier, right? So coming up to the center line, right, would be just like putting a modified pitchfork on this. Would be the same, essentially the same thing. candidate. Now, what would you be looking for to say, God, are they done? Shit, is it done there? Is it? Is it done there? We start looking for, a couple things we can see, right? So we see, oh shit, you can pretty much do it like this, right? We see equal highs. I don't even have to put the golden zone on. All right, there's our 50. We're going to go a little higher. Right? I mean, somebody bought it there. Good place to buy it, right? So maybe they're thinking, that would be maybe a little scalp, right? Or shit, a little, you're hitting a single, right? It was so, remember, market's always looking to either rebalance something or seek liquidity. Where's the obvious, like drop dead in your face, obvious liquidity, right? The same as it was drop dead in your face right here, right? What happens? Swing it, sweep it, bring it down. What happens at the low? That's why this is a good idea to sweep these out, right? So get right on that. Oh, looks like they didn't get it. Get right on it. All right, they held. Interesting, right? So that's a good example where the market's talking to you. Really? You're not going to come get these equal lows? You're not going to get them? Really? Really? I don't know what's not to like there other than I wouldn't buy it there. I mean, okay, so here's the classic example. Oh, well, shit, man, I don't want to miss it. So it gets a little fire. So here, this is these almost like they're engineered, right? So the lows are created for, pardon me, the swing highs are created for a reason, right? So what you could anticipate. Now this is not a great place to enter where you're thinking, oh, I'm going to trade from the distance from the 50 to the golden zone. Okay, you better have a shitload of Pepe coin to make that worth your while and to take that risk, right? But okay, maybe your thought is, well, okay, that's so obvious, right? The algo is going to go up and grab it, and then grab that liquidity, bump into the sell side algo, and then we start the correction. By no means am I saying that this couldn't just do that, right? I mean, fuck. Anything's possible, right? It's never what I'm saying. But is that a great place to long it? No, it's just not. It's just not. I mean, if I did that, oh, fuck, come here. If I did that, and then put that in front of you and said, buy or sell, buy or sell, would you buy it? The only answer is a trick question, because the only answer is no trade. No trade. You have no edge there. Right? What is the only thing we ever get is the slightest, and I mean the slightest edge, or at least in our mind that we think we have an edge. Because assume you bought it and you got stopped out. How are you going to feel about yourself? Oh, what the fuck was I thinking, man? I'm buying right into a 50, right where the liquidity is, right? I mean, then the self-flogging happens, right? And then you're like, I'm such a dumbass. What the hell was I thinking? I can't do this. I'm stupid, right? That's what's good, whether you're saying it out loud, and of course I'm exaggerating, right? But that self-talk, that negative self-talk is so corrosive to your trading success. So you say, well, but fuck, man, I didn't want to miss it. Really? Okay, so your assumption is that Pepe coin could do it, right? It's just going to go vertical. It's just going to go vertical. Why? Is there a Pepe coin ETF coming? Why would it go vertical? Right? What moves this? What moves it, right? Other than just people trying to make money. As far as I know, it's nothing but a meme coin. It has no purpose other than to be traded. And you're going to buy that there at the 50 at a high volume node, right? If you were looking to sell it, wouldn't you be looking for the high volume node? Well, the fuck, let me get these morons here to buy it here. Right? Or they'll look at that and here, I can bury my size here and get out of it. Again, I'm not saying that's done, but I'm just saying the trade there is no trade. Okay. Oh, you gave me two there. Where'd you go? Rob A. Engineer. He also wanted HBAR. Okay, let's get HBAR USDT. Oh, I want to say they're on BitCat. Yeah, well, that's futures. I don't want that. Oh, fuck. Let's go KeyCon. All right, HBAR. This one, a lot of people are very enthusiastic about this one. I may not have enough history here. Oh, fuck. We're going, oh, that might be enough. Okay, so again, this, you know, the TA writes itself. Accumulate, 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 accumulate. We're still in a squeeze. Do we need to be? No, we're out of log. Oh, 60 cents. Yeah, we just go to log. Get off there. Okay, looks like you got a nice 5 into the finish. 1, 2. What's hard? Not an impulse there. Oh, I gotta bring this thing up. Okay, so we just this is what I would do, right? Okay, well, okay? Is that it? Is it 1, 2, 1, 2? Well, it's not so fast. That's pretty sweet. I mean, oh, maybe it'll do a 5 and then followed by a 3 and then do another 5. Maybe. I know this shit doesn't work anymore, but maybe that's what it'll do. It looks like we got to go platinum there, which we do. So let's go platinum. All right, so we're going down to the 887. Deep, but still a perfectly valid 2. Now, the problem is what comes off of that. It's a bit of a clusterfuck. All right, let's take a look there. Can we get a solid valid 5 there? Well, so what would you be thinking? Leading diag. See if we can get that to fly. Maybe. Fuck. Not quite. Well, here's a 5, right? So ABC into the 1, but I don't. Let's measure it. It almost, right? Let's see. All right, let's get out of log while we're measuring length. Okay. Could this be the 1? Well, can't be the 3, right? So we would be looking for for a leading diagonal here, not a contracting. So you might think, oh, well, there's a 3 for it. Doesn't quite fly. Doesn't quite. Wait a second. Doesn't quite fly, right? And then down here, we've already swept this, right? So this can't be a 2, right? So it would have to be some sort of combo. Hang on. Well, so I get a 5. I got a 5, 3. I got another 5. That's a bitch, right? So 1, 2, 3. Plays better as an ABC, right? So there's the A. There, it's not a great B, but 1, 2, 3, clear 4, 5, right? So I've got an impulse here that I got to deal with. Then I come down for a 3. So a lot of times, right, it's a good idea. And again, this is sausage making, right? So okay, I don't see. It's not like obvious. Oh fuck, drop dead simple, right? So it's okay. I got a bunch of 3s. I got another impulse here. I got another one, right? So sometimes it's just sticking them together, like stringing them together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got another one here. So I got 3, 3, 3. God, almost, right? It would almost work, right? But I can't overlap the 2. I can't go 1, 2, 3, 4. Not in overlap the 2. So you're a little semi-fucked there. Now this is a liquidation. What is that? That's the downside of crypto right there. To tell you the truth, I wouldn't even factor it in. I'd just look at the line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so here, that's what I think we can do here. So I think we'd have to go over here. Oh, pardon me. We can do this here. So if we're going to do A, B, C, right? That's pretty solid. So we could do, so I've got 3, 3, 3. Well, so what would you think, right? So maybe I can do a W, X, Y. Well, okay. So that could be, if we're going to make it a combo, see, we'd end up over here, which I don't love, but this could be W, X, Y, and we'd have to do it just as we had. This is what I want PK. This is what I'm looking for with some of my Elliott wizards. All right, so can we do a, maybe. I think I can get away with that. To tell the truth, I'm not positive. I would check well, here's what I would do. I'd check with my team, or I'd check our Elliott Wave cheat sheets. I know I can have a WXY into the X, or I could do it as an AB, but No, actually, let's change that. I could do it as an AB because I can do A. Oh, fuck me. Come here. I can do A, B. Don't like that truncation. Might have to live with it. I love it. It's not, you know, it wouldn't be my, well, so if it's me and I'm looking at this, if I'm not in it, I don't know that I'm looking to add there because this is a little bit, you know, that's not ideal. Oh, I just loved one of my Elliott wizards on with me here. That I think we're clear here. I think I can go DXY into the B. Pretty sure I can. It looks like this is broken. So bull's ball, or since we've broken here, right? We went 707. It looks impulsive, right? So it looks like we've got something here that can looks like that's a 4 or some triangle or something in there. Looks like we can do something like that. This one is very prone to this kind of price action, right? I've seen this before in HBAR, right? Because it's got a this does have an actual use case. Let's go to a 2 hour. Well, here's something. All right. How are we? Jesus Christ. I might have to do just an ABC. So again, often just kind of looking for. Oh, fuck, that's all too big. Looking for little 3s, right? So can I string it together? Is what I'd be looking at here going, okay, well, that looks like an ABC into that low here. And we've got, it's not quite exact, but it looks like we've got relatively equal lows here. Proximity. I'm kind of looking at A, B, C, D, E might be. Either way, I just see 4. I just see consolidation right now. Let's go down to our friend, the EWO, see if that helps us. And are we in the midst of a squeeze? Right? So how do we look? Oh, shit, I already had it up. Okay, so squeeze, 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 squeeze. So we're just squeeze. We're out of the squeeze for the pump. Now we're back in the squeeze. Now we're just coming out of it. But you see how you, unlike some of the earlier things we were looking at, let's go out a little more. It was very clear where the 3, 4, 5 was. Very clear. Now we are in log scale. Let's see if it gets any better here. There's really not the great obvious. Well, we could use it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like that's what you're working on. Something along those lines. I'd wick off the 1 as I always do, right? Just to see, right? How we doing, right? Let's make sure that doesn't get overlapped if we're trying to trade this as an impulse. It's a little sloppy. The 3 is a little iffy. Well, as I look at that, I'd say, okay, do I want to buy it? Well, let's just go back to some basics, right? Do I want to buy it, right? Well, okay, well, let's look at the swing range. Okay, well, I'm sure in premium. Do I want to buy it in premium? No, I want to buy it in discount, right? So again, keeping it simple, right? That's one thing I like about market structure is that you can keep it that simple. Well, no dumbass, you don't want to buy it at retail. I mean, there are some, I used to call them dumbass filters in our Ninja tools, right? Things that I built for myself. Because like, no, dumbass, that's not where you want to look. It's screaming at you, sell it. Why are you buying it? Right? It's kind of the same thing here. This is a bit of a dumbass filter. You want to buy it at full retail? No, let's wait. If it completes the 5 here, if this goes up for a 5, okay, great. We got a 5. Now, what am I anticipating after that? So I can buy it in discount, right? If we finish up here, okay, well, here's my dominant swing to low to high. Here's my PDA. Okay, well, can I buy it on sale? Or do I have to buy it in retail? Well, if I'm going to buy it in retail, I better have a serious serious amount of momentum to carry it, right? If I'm going to pay retail, and so I'm anticipating somebody else. There's somebody dumber than me that's going to pay. Oh, I shouldn't say it that way. There's somebody who's willing to pay for a higher price than I am, because that's all you're ever saying. Why would you buy something you don't think somebody's going to pay more for it? Why would you do that? You wouldn't, right? So your expectation is, oh, well, maybe I can get from here up to sweep the liquidity there. Oh, that's not unreasonable. Do you think there's any stops up there? Geez, I wonder if there are any stops up there. I'm not actually wondering that. I know they are, right? So do you. So does everybody on the planet looking at HBAR. Wonder, right? It's not any mystery. Wonder, right? Somebody bought it there. How did that work out? Somebody sold it here. How did that work out? Bought it here. They just bought it. Where are they're paying? If that's retail, here's retail plus. Oh, I thought it was going to go to retail plus. Well, maybe it does, right? But don't feel like what's the only reason you would buy that is FOMO. It's the only reason. It wouldn't be because the technicals were so good because I saw all this great setup and this momentum. The only reason you'd buy that is FOMO. The only reason. Right? What's the cure for FOMO, right? Patience. All right. Elon Jr. I swear that looks like Elton John to me. I'm going to call you Elton John. Okay. CN Sal. Not to be disrespectful. I'm just playing with you. And when I looked at that looked like Elton John. CN Salazar. Oh, CN Salazar. This is so unlike you. Not giving me a chart. No, I'm teasing him. Don't have a chart ready. XOM. Exxon Mobil. Well, crude's getting hammered today. Let's see what's going on. I did happen to see that. Okay, right. I can say it over and over again. Okay, 1, 2, maybe. All right, we got that. That's a daily. Oh, fuck. Is that COVID? That's COVID. Yeah, that's tricky. I don't know that I want to use that as a 1-2. Let's it's not terrible, right? So I'm going to withhold. I'm going to hold on to that, right? I'm not sure I want that extra 1-2 in there. I might 1-2, right? Because then this would have to be another 1-2 here. Oh, I'll tell you what I will just for if you guys if you aren't aware of this, right? So if you don't have it the way, if it's too choppy, you just double these. All right, and now I should get a better look at it here, and I do, right? So I'm just increasing the spread of them and the length of the moving averages that make up an Elliott Wave oscillator, right? So okay, what do I see now? What am I looking for? I'm looking for divergence. Wonder if I'll get it. Now as I look up here, okay, I'm in a big squeeze here. So what do we have? Again, right? It's not hard to spot. What am I doing? I am going sideways. What would make us think if we're going sideways? What are we thinking? Well, right off the bat, kind of looks like I might have a. That's a 3, and so this looks like you got a running flat there. Okay, so I'm not sure I want this, but let's use it. Oh fuck, yeah, let's use it. Okay. All right, so if this is a triangle, right, the implication is that would be a 4. It could be a B. Let's just go with what's easier to spot here. Let's go. Oh, come here. Let's go to put it in white here. Okay, so is that my 3? Well, I'd have to go 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, A, B, 4, 5. So that flies. Let's measure it, right? When never forget to measure, right? We measure twice, cut once. Okay, right. 2618 is pretty extreme, right? But that looks like, I mean, coming off of the COVID low, that's not unreasonable. I think I'm kind of stuck with that. I don't think I can get a 1 into that. So it looks, oh, actually, this is DXY, right? So 3, 3, 3. So it doesn't matter, really, at this point. But just to be complete, right? So what, right? How do we spot the 4s? Going sideways, squeeze, loss of momentum, hitting the 0 line, right? If this is the 3, if this is the 3 of the 3 and this is the 5 of the 3, I want to see that go to 0. I don't want to see this in a 4 ever, right? You never want to see that. This is about as much. That's why those volatility bands are there, right? So you don't want to see a 4 going way below that, right? That's very low probability that you've actually got a 4. All right, so 1, 2. You know, it looks like you'd have to dig it out of there. So, but because that's a 2618, I'd plan it here, and if I have to correct it, right, for a bull, or it's a high-class problem. So what are we doing? Fuck. Well, we can't. We know for a fact, right? If that is a triangle, I'm not positive that it is. It can't be a 2, right? There are absolute hard rules, right? One of them is no triangle in a 2. You might have to put it here. Actually, I think that plays better. Okay, so let's go. Right, see this extra 1, 2 may be kind of part of the problem. All right, let's put you in there. All right, it's reasonable, right? Often, right? You drop them in there. You got to put them somewhere, right? So you got to start somewhere and go, all right, what does this kind of look like? Kind of start there and then go, okay, what's wrong with it? Why not? You know, kind of question to ask yourself, right? Why not? Why? What's wrong with that? Why can't that fly? All right, I got a 1, 2. I got right, just force a habit. Right, always a good idea to wick off your 1s. A little iffy there, but it looks like that'll fly. Triangle into the 4. Implication is we're going up. All right, so what's missing? Geometry, right? So let's get the geometry on. Put a little, right? Don't feel, oh, broke the channel, so fuck, I can't use it. No, it's very, very, very common to have a sliding parallel. Okay, so I got a little 4 here. So if this is the 2, boy, that's going to be a mighty shallow 4. If right, or this 1, 2 was always like, it could be a problem. Oh, here's my 4 right here. Okay, where's the most common location for a 4 between the 23 and the 38? Right at the 23, prior 3, 4. I mean, just fucking right out of the textbook. Oh, divergence. Oh, we're below the 0 line, but we're not too far. Squeeze, right? Sideways, sideways, sideways. How do you not like that long? How many, I don't, what their, fuck, were their earnings? Oh, they're yet to come. Last earnings, I don't know how many billions of dollars they made. Oh, here's their earnings. You know, I mean, 93 billion, you know, what's a few billion in a quarter? I don't think I'd be looking to short that. Oh, let's go. Let's just real quickly, right? Remember, we got to pay attention to anything on the other side. Do we have anything on the other side? We have new all-time highs here. No, we have nothing. We have nothing on the other side. COVID low, straight rip from COVID, right? Ripping 5 in a channel with obvious 4s along the way. Why would you, what would make you think that's not coming? Oh, their balance sheet looks a little, no, their balance sheet is fucking spectacular, right? No, oh, well, I don't know. The market looked like it was a little overdone right here. It's time for a correction. Not per the TA. So what's the breakout trader thinking right here? What are they thinking? Oh man, that thing's gonna fall hard. Oh look, right here, we're gonna sweep those lows and down we go. Where's the worst possible place? I mean the worst place you could short that. Right there. When you're in a range, what do you want to do? I know this is like, duh, Sam, come on. Don't insult my intelligence. But just a reminder, when we're in a range, we buy the lows, we sell the highs. We want to buy the lows and sell the highs, and buy the lows and sell the highs, and buy the lows. Well, only if the context fits. Right? I wouldn't just buy it just because, you know, there's a low. Okay, well, can I make that? Well, you might, but what would make it what would give you more conviction to put money at risk? Oh, well, fuck, is there an Elliott count here that helps? Is market structure helpful here? Well, we can see this is unmitigated, right here. Right, this last of the order flow here, just getting tapped into just a little bit. We're holding right here. Here's the unmitigated zone right here. So are we going to come out of that? Well, not yet. We haven't yet. Now we got earnings coming in. Oh, no, that's not until February, right? So we've got some time before earnings, right? So I'd be looking for long call spreads, sell out of the money put spreads to pay for call spreads. Something along those lines. Here's what I can say with certainty, right? What do we know? From consolidation comes expansion. All right. CN Salazar would never leave you hanging because you're always so good on these posts. Okay, so I got, how do I say that? M-O-H? Mo. Okay, last one. Fetch.ai. And then I think we're done. Yeah, we are. Fetch.ai. Oh, fuck. FET, I think it is. There it is. We'll do it on Binance. Excuse me. Well, there's a 3-day. It's not a bad idea to look at a 3-day. I would be inclined to be heading towards. Well, it's all you kind of got to look at both, right? You do, because the log distorts things, right? So you got to be careful about that. Oh, I'd wick all these off. Gosh, wonder if it'll. Right. Well, that's interesting. Note this, right? As I'm about to be a smart aleck, although those are wicks only. That's a tough call right there. And you have a close below. Tricky one. Some will tell you, okay, you're in crypto. Let's go to a daily, see if there's any workaround there. I don't think we do have one. I don't think there's a little AB in there that we can work with. That's kind of a bummer. Okay, so we're not playing good Elliott here. I suppose the workaround might be, it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? It looks like you got a diag there. A, B, C, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe. Maybe you'd have to do it that way. Can't say I like that. That looks more like a 3. All right, so let's take that off here. I'm just thinking out loud here with you guys. All right, this is a tricky one. Let's see what we got here. Oh, it looks like we're spot right into a 50. Okay, it could be a 4, right? We don't really want the 4s going below the 50s, but you can see the candidate here for the 1. 1, 2, 3, it's long. There's a let's go to 8 hour here. There's a very clear impulse right that's in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, sideways, 5. So 1, 2, 3 seems to play pretty well there, actually. So that's not great, actually. Maybe I can dig that out. Can't say I love that. Well, you'd have to. Fuck. No, that's not going to work. That's a tricky one. Okay, so see the. I don't think I can do it. I don't think I can get it in there. Let's get. Can I get any kind of a 3 in there? Well, sometimes they just don't play ball. Well, you can't do it. That's a 3 all day. You cannot squeeze that into a 5. Oh shit, we're ending on a shitty one here. I'm gonna get stuck. Okay, so you got to go ABC there. Let's see if I go on a 2. Let's see if there's anything there I can squeeze. I don't think I can. This may be one of those cases where you kind of have to go off of what the market is implying. It has to be 1, 2. Am I out of log? Here I am. Jesus Christ. Oh, I got a couple of my guys pinging me. I just don't like it. I think that's a force fit. So your choice is you got to look at this and go, well, it's okay. It's not going to be perfect all the time. So it's not corrective. We don't get a new low. So you're kind of stuck with that. Okay. So be it. But I don't like, so then I would change that. So I would do it this way. I would put 3 here and the 4 here and the 5 here so I can maintain the channeling. All right, so at least I'm in the ballpark there. I don't love it, right? So because of that, I might be a little more reluctant to trade this, but let's just carry on here. So we're way deep here. That's going to be platinum. Coming out of it impulsively. Okay, so I like it better as a 1, 2, 2. All right, so what look, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got a 5 there, so 1, 2. It looks like I have to do it here. This is the next 4, the next place we're going sideways. Oh, I'd wick these off the same way. Yeah, that's a little bit of a cluster in there. You might have to do this. All right, see, it's tempting always to go, oh, let's just put it up here. Okay, well, let's slow down. Let's measure it here. So first, you got to ask you, can I get an impulse in there? Can I get an impulse in here? I mean, you know, a compromise on the 1 is a little different than a compromise in the 3, right? If we're going to play Elliott ball, you know, if the market's going to play Elliott ball, we got to get a decent impulse in the 3rd. That's not the place to be compromising. Now here, I've got just what I would look for here. Here, this is the highest amount of momentum, and then here is lower here. Can I go 3, 4? All right, let's do it in sections. Looks like that's a 1, 2, 3, A, B, C, D, E. Might be. Can't get that to fly. Well, let's put it here. Does this 3 need to go here? I might do it here. Tricky one. I can't say I love this. Actually, I might put it right there. All right, so what are we doing here? We're going sideways. Here's our sideways. All right, up, down. All right, so let's get 1, 2 here. One, 2. Seeking a 3. We get a little fucked there. So this is just a little sloppy one. So you'd have to go with the 3 here and the 4 here. So some people will allow for this as long as the pivot of 4 will allow for a wick in here to overlap in this 1, 2. It's a little bit of a Elliott shuffle, but it's valid. It's kind of a judgment call. It's just wick, and the 4. If the 4 is over here, okay, can I get a 1, 2 here? Let's go 1. Before I lose you guys, I know it gets a little tedious. Maybe I got another 1. Well, that's going to be skinny because you're running out of room there. So this would be potentially completing the 5 up here. So let's go. Put it in white here. Tough one. Oh, I hate when I finish on a shitty one. Might be stuck with it. Okay, sliding parallel up here. Maybe. That would have it complete, and that would be consistent with this big drop-off in momentum here. I can't say I love it, but... Oh, then here I would just do this just for the... Come here, God damn it. All right, we can expect high volume nodes, right? Both, right? So, duh, right? But this is coming out of this contraction, expansion, contraction. All right, now we're sitting right at the POC. If that's complete, if it's 1, 2, 3, 4, kicker in the fifth, right? That's complete. Now, what's not to like about that? Look how far the 2 goes relative to the 4, right? So in that same context of what's wrong with it? What do I not like about it, right? Why not, right? In that same, you always want to challenge yourself. Okay, what's wrong with it? Why not? Well, that would be the thing that I notice here is that this is a long drifting, I guess we'd give that, we wouldn't call it flat. And this sideways and just a clusterfuck. But at least we do come out of here, out of this consolidation. We come back for a test. Interesting, right? We come back and we test the POC, and then up we go to the, oh, pardon me. The low, pardon me. POC is up here. This is the low edge of the value area here. So we test that damn near to the tick, which just happens to be the 50%. So if you were looking at, well, I don't want to buy it until it's on sale, boom, there's 50% off. A little iffy there. Whether you've got a truth. There's a good 5 there. You know what? This might have more to go. 2, 3. Okay, we might have it right there. Whatever. This is definitely a 5. And then there's a 5 here. But did you see the 5 that's here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, I got to count for that. 3. Oh shit! Right here, I know I'm boring you guys to death right now, but it was so. Here's the finishing crescendo sideways. Look, squeeze. What do we know comes from a squeeze? Right, from contraction. Now the count would imply that that's going higher. Maybe rising tide, right, with crypto. Maybe there's another leg up there. Maybe. That's a long 2 for a shallow 4, but that's I think you're, I don't know what it's well. Okay, think of it this way: if you're buying in here, you might as well just flip a coin. Heads I buy, tails I sell. You have right. What do we all aspire to? Find some slight little edge in the market. Do you have an edge there? No. I'm gonna answer for you. You do not. Okay. All right. I gotta wrap it. Oh shit. New member here. Oh, hang on. I'll finish with this one. So, oh fuck. I don't want to do that. I don't want to report the message. Spitfire, I think it's a new member here, so let me see if I can get this done, then I'll get out of here. Spitfire, I want to end on an easy one, like a really simple, like drop dead. So we can go out with a boom. UiPath, okay, so this is his count. Did I get your count? Oh, fuck, did I? I think this is your UiPath, yeah, that's it. Oh, I didn't get your count. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I like that. So leading diag 2, 1, 2. Why not? Why not? Why not that? A B C A B C A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, that flies. 1, 2, 3 is longer than 1. 5. I'd have to measure that, but it looks like 5 is longer than 3. So we get a leading diag. A, B, C into the 2. 1, 2. Deep for the 2, but it comes right out of there. We got on. It looks like the edge of value. 1, 2, 3. Second target. Oh, pardon me. He's at the 1618. You guys do different colors than I do. 1, 2. So we got the 1618, 175 window here. Looking for the retrace into the 4, right? Mindful of overlap on the 1. So any sort of a retrace here would be a buying opportunity to get into the 5 of the 3. Okay, I got to wrap it up, guys. Okay, thanks to all that hung out with us here. I'm just seeing some of your comments here. So hard for me to pay attention to those while I'm doing this. Okay, guys, thanks so much. And to anyone who's watching, we're just a reminder, right? You can always drop into our Discord. We have a lot of people drop in that are free. They're just kind of checking us out, or they're doing the white belt. Or come in here. I always say, don't take my word for it, right? Come in. You can come in. Don't ask the other members, right? What's it like in here? These guys, any good, right? They take care of you. They give you some good ideas, right? Are they responsive when you post? Do you get feedback? Ask all those questions, right? Good God, there's no shortage of places you can go and get. Here's the thing that's funny to me. ICT has generated more people teaching ICT than I've never seen anything like it. There's a guy this morning just came up on my feed. He couldn't have been more than 20 years old. He's now got his own mentorship because he just finished the ICT, whatever, I don't know, 2022 model or something. So they've all got their own. It's never, it's a mentorship. So he's 21 years old. He's been trading for a minute and a half, and now he's going to do a mentorship. Unbelievable. It's just unbelievable how gullible people are. Okay, guys, with that comment here, I'll get out of here before I say something I'll regret. Welcome to join us anytime. We do our plenty of market structure here, right? Okay, guys, have a good afternoon. We'll catch you. When am I back?